Hello, and welcome to Marquette Radio Creative Differences. I'm your host, Marsh.
I'm Joe.
And Michael.
What are we going to be doing tonight, boys?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. We were just thinking about me talking for a little bit.
Yeah.
Having a little talkie.
You're the host. What do you think we should do, man?
I think that what I'd like to do is get to the bottom of who and why this person is sabotaging my show every week.
For ratings, obviously. They want to take over your show.
They want to be the only one people watch.
They want to be the premier late-night radio talk show.
On this station.
Mm-hmm. And pull up, what is their station? What's their show?
Let me just pull it up real quick.
So if those of you listening along at home, we're talking about the show that comes on just before ours.
Yes, you should
So
stop listening to it immediately.
11 p.m.
And then an hour and a half after it, you should start listening again to listen to us.
Yes. Oh, so it's what, 10:30 to midnight then?
Yeah, don't say the DJ name, but like.
All right, it is called Movies and Music.
Movies and Music is the show that plays ahead of us, and I haven't seen them do it, but I have a strong suspicion that whoever the DJs are for that station have it out for us here at Creative Differences, trying to make a real creative difference in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what would stick it to the movies and music people, Peter?
What?
If we spend this entire hour and a half talking about movies and music better than they can.
Is that a challenge?
I think it is a challenge. I think we should be better than them at their own show.
All right.
Be a real creative difference.
If you want to call in at any point to discuss movies and music with us on Creative Differences, you can call in at 414-288-7687. I have no guarantee if we'll be able to actually put you on the air because Movies and Music has been sabotaging all of our equipment, likely, allegedly.
Potentially.
Alleged by me, Marsh. But you can try it nonetheless, and we'll see what happens. That's 414-288-7687. So who would like to choose the first movie or music?
Joe, you got anything?
Oh, man. All the movies I like are, like, kind of obscure.
Let's
you guys
go.
ever see the original Godzilla movie?
Yes,
No.
I have. No, I did because
Is it
we talked about this before. When I was abroad, I took a class on East Asia's cultural Cold War, and we actually talked about cinematography within East Asia, and we watched the film.
The original 1954 Godzilla movie, which I think is it is a really fantastic disaster film about the Japanese post-war fears of nuclear power that's disguised as a monster movie B flick.
Correct.
And to me, it really captures in a beautiful way the fears and the anxieties that the Japanese people were feeling about the rise of atomic power, the rise of the atomic age.
Mm-hmm. And any thoughts on the American version made afterwards?
I mean, like, I don't hate the American version. I got to be honest with you. Like, is it an inferior version? Absolutely. But, like, Raymond Burr, he's the actor. They spliced in Raymond Burr clips into the film to make it more viewable by an American audience.
So for those of us listening along at home that don't know, what they did to make the American version of the film is they kept the original Japanese film in Japanese and he's a journalist in the film, correct? I'm pretty sure. They slice in clips into the original film of an American journalist asking through Japanese interpreters, well, what's going on? And then they explain it to him just like you in the audience in like this weird subtitle form.
Yeah, it's
what?
It's bizarre.
It's just the original film with
but like
clips
with like
of this guy.
Yeah, this guy's
asking
questions.
questions.
And they actually cut out a few scenes. Like there are some great scenes of Japanese journalists who are like obviously incredibly fearful, and they carry on their broadcast until like they are killed by this rampaging monster. And and there's a really lot of a cool symbolism going on there too, the skin, Godzilla's skin, the way that it's crafted is that there's it's made to look like the burn scars that were present on victims, survivors of the nuclear blasts in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And his head is made to, look like a mushroom cloud, more or less, when you're facing it head on. he's an unstoppable force, and the only thing that could kill him in the end is this, bizarre super weapon called the Oxygen Destroyer, and that's probably the most B-movie thing about it. But, it's like, we made this weird super weapon, but, it's also sort of an interesting self-sacrifice story because the creator of it, he cuts his own line and kills himself in order to, keep the secret of the Oxygen Destroyer, away from, the people who might abuse it. Yeah.
Just another parallel to real life. When obviously the famous quote, "I am death, destroyer of worlds."
Yeah.
When the U.S. nuclear program as well.
Absolutely.
But it's very interesting that, again, it's a film that you don't necessarily think of being, but it's a social critique. It really is.
It
and
absolutely
that's
is, yeah. And I haven't seen the newest one yet, Shin Gojira. It was released, there was a limited release here in the States, but I didn't get to see it, unfortunately.
Do you remember what year that was released in? Because I'm blanking completely.
What's that?
The year of that?
Just this past year, 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so I didn't get to see it. I want to soon. Hopefully they, this DVD release or something.
There's probably something on the internet,
I'm sure
right?
there will be.
Completely legal, by the way.
Of course, but I hear that it's like the second best Godzilla movie after the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
And after the American one, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
98
spliced-in
version,
footage.
Of course. Yeah. So there's a lot of really good stuff going on with that movie, and it's probably in my top 3 for sure.
Oh, definitely. So you're saying that was you're saying, oh yeah, my favorites are obscure movies. It's like Godzilla's not an obscure movie. What you have anything else on the list?
It's not particularly obscure.
It's not obscure at all.
People know the name, but nobody's actually seen the film. You know what I mean? Like, most 99% of the people I talk to are like, oh yeah, I know Godzilla, but like, have they ever actually seen a Godzilla movie? Like, no. Maybe they've seen the '98 American version of it. Or not the version of it.
Yeah.
The '98 American, film, the Emmerich one.
Right.
But apart from that, very few people have actually watched Godzilla.
So yeah, that's Godzilla. Peter, any thoughts on any movies?
I think Bryan Cranston was completely wasted in that film.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the Japanese one, but the 2014 one I actually liked a reasonable amount. But I think that Bryan Cranston was absolutely wasted. Like Bryan Cranston is a very competent actor, but he was just like he was on in the first half hour, 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, probably first half hour, and he's
Yeah.
only in like half of those scenes.
Yeah, I know. And then they put the kid who played Kick-Ass in, and it's like he's an okay actor, but not good,
Yeah, like he was decent. Like he's not. Yeah, they squandered the possibility of having the movie be about Brian, and they tried to then make it about his son coping or something like that. But I think they just kind of threw that out because they didn't want to pay Brian anymore.
Yeah, I really think that they missed the mark on it. But it's a good 7 out of 10 movie,
Oh yeah. In addition to my 2 co-hosts tonight, I went out to the door and found someone just walking on the street. And who's this?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Glad to have you here.
I'm not.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
well, that's a little.
It's a little aggressive. Are you going to take that in? He's not going to take
That's a good rebuttal from.
Oh,
I
man.
think
They're
personally.
currently getting into a fist fight in the studio. Oh my God! It is absolute carnage, people.
Definitely.
This is
you
just,
do not get this on the show
I
before
cannot.
us.
Foley.
Nothing.
God.
This is creative differences at its best.
Hurrah!
If we're even on right now, given the technical
Yeah,
difficulties
that's a-
earlier,
that's a
we
good
could just
point.
not be broadcasting at
Yeah,
all.
if you guys can hear us, give us a call at 414-288-7687.
Please, anyone call us. Please help us confirm that we are indeed alive.
Yes, please.
We
this-
could just be talking to nothing.
Yeah, we could be talking to nothing right now. Is that
The song of your people.
Zelda's theme or no?
This is mating call, actually.
That's Epona's theme.
So we've gotten the movies part down, and now let's talk about the music. What was that?
Yeah.
No, you two can answer.
I don't know what that was. Do you know what that was?
Not necessarily.
It was some competent whistling for sure.
It was good whistling.
Yeah.
I think it says a lot to the spirit of the American underclass.
No.
We can
I honestly
spin
think it's
this.
far too bourgeois. It's trying to appeal to the lower classes, but in the end, it can't understand them.
Oh, it's like stadium country.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually this thing called spaghetti western, which is a super interesting subgenre of western music. Usually
it's
used
music,
in
so it's
like
not like
no, this is actual music. So if you watch like a Clint Eastwood movie or something along those lines,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
like you're gonna get like spaghetti western music.
oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. What is the name of the composer in?
Dick Cheney.
Definitely Dick Cheney.
Hold on.
I mean, he composed a lot of things. 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven is an inside job.
7-Eleven is open right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Are
open
you sure?
24/7.
Are you
Let's
there?
all leave the radio show and
Go to
just go to
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
Okay.
All right.
So
Adios.
it sounds like a
everybody.
plan. I mean, again, we're not even sure we're even
Yeah,
live.
who was the composer for those Sergio Leone movies?
Yo-Yo Ma?
It was not Yo-Yo Ma, but that would have been cool too.
Mozart. Speaking of, that's another movie we can talk about. Amadeus.
God, this is a
Amadeus,
conversation.
Well,
Well, we're trying
Yeah.
to be better than like
movies and music. At movies and music.
Also, by the way, I throw down my gauge at you. Challenge.
Do you
Be
want
better.
Challenge submitted to you, movies and music.
Do you want to duel? I'm ready to duel. Let's duel them.
The
Yeah.
name of the
Movies and
composer-
music. If you're listening, we challenge you to a movies music duel right here, right now. But
Oh,
not
I meant-
after this show, because
I meant
wanna
with
go to
guns.
bed.
I do want to go to bed.
Well, like movie guns and music bullets.
By the way, the composer for the Dollars trilogy, along with many other classic westerns, was Ennio Morricone.
Oh.
Yes.
Colleen Green.
Colleen Green.
Did anyone call you?
No.
Hit
Is
up
that
your
yours?
boy, Colleen Green, at 262. Is it 490-6455? 6955.
Wow, we
The fours and
Whoever
the nines.
Colleen
I wanna
Green,
be
their
sending
9s
mixed
and 4s are
messages.
very.
If you're going to be
very
calling
similar.
anyone, you should be calling 414-288-7687. That's the radio number for
One more
Marquette
time.
Radio, and we are Creative Differences.
Yes. And one more time. that
Doing
number is
movies and music
288
better than movies and music.
7687.
But not listing numbers, because we talk over ourselves while we do that, apparently.
Yes, that is correct.
And we're definitely not a listening station for like a neo-Soviet bloc.
So yeah,
Not at all.
what do you think is what's your least favorite movie of 2014?
2014.
I can't
14.
remember
What came out?
yesterday.
What came out in 2014?
Okay, did Inside Out come out in 2014?
Inside
I hate
Out.
that movie though. It was just like
Yeah, I'm gonna look up 2014 films.
2014.
Can we just talk about TV shows
No,
instead?
I don't
No,
watch that TV.
no,
That's not movies, no
we're just
music.
sticking on movies and music.
No.
That's what it has to be.
It has to be.
Okay.
All right, all right.
I just googled 2014
Boyhood.
movies. I'm gonna go through the list.
took
Boyhood,
12
Guardians of the
years to
Galaxy,
make.
The Lego Movie, Grand Budapest Hotel, Interstellar, Gone Girl, Whiplash, Edge of Tomorrow, X-Men: Days of Future Past, Nightcrawler,
Horrible.
Captain America: Winter Soldier, Inherent Vice, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Transformers, whatever number that is, How to Train Your Dragon
2014
2.
fucking
yeah, probably that one
sucked.
then. Yeah.
2014 sucked. 2014 was
Not good.
almost as bad as 2016. 2016 2014
Okay, there it is.
was so barely manageable that I didn't commit seppuku.
Sempuku.
It's Sudoku actually.
Yeah.
Hunger Games,
honorable
Mockingjay, Godzilla, Birdman, Maleficent, Citizen 4, The Babadook. I'm just gonna list every movie that came out.
Please,
in
no, please
2014.
do.
Yeah.
The Imitation Game.
Hold on.
American Sniper.
Pause. Has anybody else here seen The Babadook?
Nope.
Do you want to talk about the Babadook?
Man, The Babadook was an odd movie, to say the least.
A troubled widow, Essie Davis, discovers that her son is telling the truth about a monster that entered their home through the pages of a children's book. The Babadook.
Next.
Well, I'm not going to spoil the ending for you guys, but special effects were just god awful.
Oh, well.
And I really appreciated how bad they were.
It was it an appropriate awful? Or was it just awful?
Wow, this is.
Is that Jared Leto?
No.
That looks like Jared Leto's Joker.
It kind of does a little
Oh
bit.
my god, it does. That's hilarious.
Because, he's damaged. So.
Damaged.
He's damaged.
Yeah, because of my
No, but the movie did like a really good job of barely showing you like the villain and like having him be this all imposing figure, and then it just had him suddenly standing in a shot for like 15 seconds, and you just looked at him, and like the makeup wasn't that good, and nor was the costume. You're just like, is this supposed to be scary? And then like the final scene, good lord.
Well, you're not going to tell us about
I
it.
can't tell you about it.
Okay, good.
But
I don't want to
like,
know. It
I'm
sounds
gonna
terrible.
say I recommend this movie though.
You
Would
do?
you
Like,
really?
I would. It was interesting.
Great.
And like I don't think I've seen a better kid actor like this. It was like about like a 6 to 8 probably an 8-year-old kid, maybe 10. Like, but he was just like, he did a really, really good job.
Nice.
He's got a crossbow in this.
No, look at that. He's like back. He's got a catapult.
That he's holding a crossbow.
Yeah, but he's got a catapult on his back. See that like plunger looking thing?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, he puts stuff in it and just launches it.
Is this kid Macaulay Culkin?
Honestly, though, yes.
No, he's definitely the kid from the Sandlot who's like says like, "Oh, I got all these toys and we can like use it to get the ball."
Not Smalls?
I've never seen Sandlot.
Yeah, that's Smalls.
Smalls.
You're killing
yeah.
me, Smalls.
You're killing me.
Smalls. Come on. But,
What was the worst year for music in the last couple years?
I don't know, man. I don't listen to like.
I feel like we're just going to say it was
Pop.
the past year we were in.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just this pretentious indie hipster, so I don't really
You're
even
just
know.
you're just out of the conversation at this point.
Like years don't really apply to me and my music taste.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's
my music taste is so elevated above everybody else's.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I'm glad you understand me.
Let's see. Other 2014 films.
Like I can press back. And,
The Bad to Do.
Keep going.
Imitation Game, American
That was
Sniper.
actually quite good.
I heard it was a 3-hour waste of time.
Imitation Game.
It was all right.
I saw the first like hour and a half of it.
Why did you stop?
Because first we decided to watch in my calculus class because we had already taken the AP test, and then I had to take a different AP test and didn't see the rest of it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Or was it?
It's up to you.
Like,
Apparently
like
not.
you guys need to sell me on whether I need to finish that movie or not.
Apparently, you're not feeling you need to finish it, which I think is a statement in and
Yeah.
of itself.
Yeah, if you don't feel like you need to finish it, then just don't
Oh,
finish
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was a complete banger. Just absolutely great.
I
I didn't watch it, but I've heard bad things about it.
saw it, and
Big Hero 6 might be the best one up on the screen right now.
Big Hero 6 was a fantastic. Okay, so the
Well,
story
there's
of
the
me
Hobbit on
seeing
the
Big
far
Hero
end.
6, I like my friends at high school. We would every once in a while just like decide to go get like lunch at different like dive places around Milwaukee because why not?
It's a good
And,
idea.
like one day we had like a half day at high school, so we go to this place called Mekong Cafe on I think North and like 47th. If you're ever interested, it's got got a good selection. And we're eating, and it's like 3 o'clock, so like it's completely empty. And by the time we were like paying, and like one dude just kind of comes out of like he's just been sitting at his table alone the entire time. And he comes up to us, he's like, "Hey, do you guys want to go see a movie tomorrow?" And then we're like, "Sure." And he's like, "Okay, here's some tickets." And he just hands us all like advanced screening tickets to Big Hero 6 at Mayfair. And it was like each ticket was like you and a +1 get to go see it, and like the movie didn't come out for like another 2 weeks.
Wow.
I don't know
What?
why they didn't have us take a
Nice.
survey at the end. Like I was thinking like maybe they're gonna like
Maybe it was like
Do,
a
like,
critic screening or something.
something, but like no, it was just filled with like a bunch. It was like a normal audience. Like it was a little like more busy,
Yeah.
but like not like packed even.
That's so
Weird.
bizarre.
That is very strange.
So and like we were just like, well, like no, we don't have anything going on, and like it's free, so might as well.
Dude, yeah.
We went and watched it, and it was the best movie I had like when I left that theater, like when I entered, we were expecting to all just have like a something that like kept the air conditioning on for the next hour and a half,
Yeah.
and like we were expecting like just be like there.
Yeah.
But I left, and it was I enjoyed that movie very much.
What a pleasant experience.
Nice. Yeah.
Turned out so much. I was really hoping the story to go south. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
Like,
not
when
every
the man,
story.
When the man came out of the shady
was
booth,
movies.
kids want some movies.
watch some movies more.
Do you want to come? We can come back to my place.
Deep down
Watch,
to
watch some movies.
Deep down to Bayou.
I'm like, yeah,
Took
there's,
you all the way
like,
to Louisiana to watch a movie.
sometimes you just gotta trust people, but not always.
Yeah, definitely not always.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a bad idea to always. Don't want to stay though.
It's probably a bad idea to always do any given thing.
And we're back. Please call us. I'm begging you. My life depends upon it. 414-288-7687.
Yeah. So, how did you guys come across American Sniper?
I did not.
You haven't seen it?
No. I haven't really felt the need to.
So, Joe, why do you hate our troops?
No comment.
Ouch. Wow.
I
If we want to keep scrolling down the movie list.
I watched that movie with the polar opposite of myself.
Who?
A human being.
Like the human
Ooh.
opposite of myself.
Okay.
You just got roasted by Mike right there, man.
No, you didn't. No, you really didn't.
Roasted.
Roasted.
Were you? Oh.
Roasted, toasted,
I
and burnt.
assumed it was a question, but
No.
What was the question?
I mean,
He
what's the
said-
polar
he said I
opposite
saw-
of a human being?
I saw you.
Pure
Probably.
demon.
Yeah.
Or like an empty shell of
It's
nothingness.
a callback joke.
Ha!
Flashback humor.
Alright, I'm not that question.
Got that in.
No, it's
No, so
What
I
time is
watched
it? It's
this
almost
movie
1 in the morning.
with a girl who was
Oh,
a Republican and
I think we'll just leave it at that.
super religious.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm cute like above my neck, and that's like pushing it at that. Like,
So,
I'll be
like,
honest here,
she was like the epitome of good,
and
you
she
were
was
bad.
cute below the neck.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that.
No, we can leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, what
It
was
could
your
be a whole
reaction
story.
to the film? Enjoy, disenjoy?
The acting was good.
That's a
I
pretty
can,
good film then, I guess, right?
No,
if the
no,
acting's- no, just the acting?
I'm gonna give the acting like a resounding good job,
One
Resounding,
thumb up.
you did your job of
Oh.
acting.
and did it well.
Okay.
Resounding B+, you'd say.
So
But
then,
like the plot or the story.
following that is Dear White People, The Fault in Our Stars, 2 Days, 1 Night, The Hobbit, Battle of Ellipses.
Oh, guys, can we talk about the Hobbit trilogy for a minute here?
I watched the first
Sure, why
one and I
not?
thought it was
Let's- yeah.
okay at best. I didn't see the other two because they both looked like hot garbage.
I saw the first one because like someone for some reason decided that like, hey, Peter's like one of those not socially adept people, so let's give him a Hobbit movie for Christmas. And they didn't, yeah. So I watched it like a couple of months later because like I didn't really want to, but I had it, so I was like,
You're
okay,
like, sure, why not?
And then I watched it, and I was like, I'm good with never seeing anything more of this.
No.
And
I've seen all three.
really
Yeah, no.
of your own will or of like social pressure.
a little bit of both. Like I was interested, but I was with a girl who was just super into it. I went to the midnight showing for a few of them, I think.
Really?
I feel like Lucas's stories about movies have to deal with one common denominator here.
Oh, I'm not willing to go to the theater if like it's not forced upon me by a female generally.
What about like the Rocky
The
Horror
theater.
Picture Show? Would you do that willingly?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
But it's like during the
Speaking of
radio
which,
show.
like, thank you,
Imagine
movies and
you
music.
playing.
I could have been
Yeah.
like, if, like,
I mean,
I don't really
it's
need you
fine.
to be
Take it next.
sabotaging our stuff.
Mhm.
Like, the Rocky Horror Picture Show occurs simultaneously as the like release of this film, and I don't like. I would like to go to that, but I didn't. I could have gone tonight, but I didn't. And then what did I come to my radio station with? A bunch of saboteurs, a bunch of movie and music blasphemy against radio
How is
good
it so
news.
messed up is my question.
That's a really good question, Lucas.
Well,
and I'm glad you
intentional
asked it.
sabotage, most likely.
Yeah,
no,
obviously.
but like, I just don't see like where all the issues are.
Like, okay, so when we have
Everywhere.
this automated player, like,
Yeah.
just nothing goes through. When we try to use the... oh, cool. Yeah, when we try to use the, like, the auxiliary cords to play other music, I think it gets on the stream, but we also can't hear it, so we have no idea, like, what volume is good and what volume is too loud. And, like, that's not a good status to be in. Also, we probably then can't take any, like, actual, like, phone calls, because I don't know how, like, the switchboard's, like, not responding to anything.
Which is unfortunate, because what if Mr. Green calls back again this week?
Col-
We can't answer him.
Like, yeah, like,
What are we going to do? He might come over here and make us talk to him.
I mean, I've
would
never met
be
Mr. Green.
Abhorrent.
I don't
would
think
be.
it's possible to be in the same physical space as the
Oh, that
deity.
is true, yeah. Well, he might be here, but not in, like, a corporeal form.
Yeah.
Just like his disembodied voice.
Just a voice, maybe.
He's
No
an,
idea.
He's an
We'll
evil,
fi-
incorporeal, invisible creature.
We'll find out later, but... Yeah.
Roll for collard green.
Yeah, everybody roll sanity right now.
Oh my goodness.
17.
2.
14.
Joe, did you roll for sanity?
Joke's on you, because those are not D100s.
Yeah,
so
well-
you all lose sanity for rolling the
Well,
wrong
then
dice.
we'll just times it by 5.
300 Rise of an Empire, Mr. Turner, 22 Jump Street, Foxcatcher, Cavalry, Exodus, Gods and Kings, Divergent, Theory of Everything, Jack Ryan, Shadow something, Leviathan, The Skeleton Twins, Expendables 3, Love is Strange, The
I got
Giver.
a third movie.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
it did.
Wow.
The Giver, Monument
I
Man.
think I'm more impressed with the fact that
Guests.
we've used more time just listing.
Oh, you
off
know
these
what?
movies
Lucy.
than talking
The,
about
Lucy
them.
was
Most
bad.
Violent Year, The Transcendent, Into the Storm, Lucy, and
Wait,
finally, Disney's Into the Woods.
Going back, Lucy's the Limitless ripoff, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Where like she turns into a flash drive. I think that's the end of the movie, right? She
Maybe.
turns into.
Oh,
a
you
flash
spoiled it
drive.
for me.
Yeah, we're all dying. To
Everybody's
see Lucy.
like, I think that was spoiled immediately after the movie came out because people were like, she turns into a flash drive. What is this movie? A physical human being is like, oh, you gain so much knowledge.
Wait, was
You
she
hit-
like an actual flash drive?
No, she
or,
was an
like,
actual flash drive, like a flash drive.
I thought if anything, like thought she became like an AI or something. but
No,
that-
she became a flash drive
Yeah,
of like
she
no-
inserted
So,
herself
okay,
into various
so
people.
go back to like Crystal Skull, where Kate Blanchett's like, I want all the knowledge of the world. She bursts into flames. Think about that, but then she slowly
reference
turns into a.
Griffiths. Don't
But then
reference
she
Griffiths.
slowly
She
turns
turns
into
into
a flash drive. Imagine how like that movie is so
Imagine
much
if,
better if
like-
she turned into a flash drive.
Imagine if you just took any movie and ended it like Lucy, like
turned into a flash drive.
like
Yeah.
okay, so like, and then like his wife dies and he ends up raising his son like by himself, and they
Liam
have like
Neeson finds his daughter
And she
as
turns
a
into a flash drive.
okay,
Then he goes and
plugs
kills
her
all the
in, and
manufacturers
what
of
does
the
he
flash
see?
drives.
What's stored on there?
Nothing a father wants to see of his daughter.
Wow,
That's
that's
a
pretty
flash drive.
gross.
Yeah, it's a little obscene, Lucas.
How does the thing even work?
Don't you ever touch my dump button ever again.
Or any of his buttons.
I got a button you can press right here.
Don't talk to me or my son
Don't
ever
force
again.
me to.
Joe, don't do it. Joe,
what?
stop. Joe, stop. Joe,
Although
don't make him.
we passed it.
I didn't do
early.
anything.
I just, you know.
You're making me
Um,
sound bad in front of
like,
our glorious
2014
audience.
was not a bad year for movies.
Yeah, it was
there were-
fine.
I think you were about to say it wasn't a bad year, and I'm like, really?
Like Birdman,
Really?
Godzilla,
No.
Dawn
Not
of
a
the Planet
fan
of
of
the Apes.
Nightcrawler.
I liked Winter Soldier.
Boyhood was
Edge
fun.
of Tomorrow I enjoyed.
Guys.
I didn't have any expectations for it going in,
Uh-huh.
but like that was another like
Isn't that
surprise.
like Groundhog Day but war?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the robot Tom Cruise actor.
Yeah.
And he goes to war and then he wakes up and then he dies and it's funny because he's dying
And
it's
then he turns to a
like
flash
it's
drive.
funny how it's like Tom Cruise dying, but like it's weird when the other people die.
Yeah.
I was
Like-
just really happy with the nostalgic-gasm that the Lego movie was.
Yeah, like everything was awesome.
Yeah. Yo, did you guys hear that Boyhood took 12 years to make?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The joys and pitfalls of growing up are seen through the eyes of a child named Mason Ilar Coltrane. His parents, Patricia Arquette, Ethan Hawke, and his sister, Lorelei Linkatler.
I love his pronunciation.
Vignettes filmed with the same cast over the course of 12 years capture family meals, road trips, birthday parties,
It took 12
graduations,
years
and
to
over
make. Wow.
important milestones. Songs from Coldplay, Arcade Fire, and other artists capture the time period. Directed by Richard Linklater. That's the same. That's probably the dad of the sister. He literally just like.
Yes, that's actually true. Yeah. It was nepotism that she got that role.
Oh my! She was like, I didn't like care for her, and now I know why. But my by far favorite film of the year, Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, I bet you enjoy the films of Wes Anderson.
He's got quite a palette.
Yeah,
and,
honestly, I do like Wes Anderson myself as well.
like,
I did not see Grand Budapest though. I saw a couple of his other movies.
you seen Moonrise?
No, I saw Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I saw it was great. Yeah, I love these symmetry in shots. It like makes it
Yes.
like look so cool.
A lot of
like,
lateral tracking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the H&M ad he did?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna just play that, cause like why
Can you
not?
stream video?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Oh, I mean, at least we know we're online now.
Okay.
Let's see if this was playing.
This is a recent thing, right? They just did this.
Okay, it looks exactly like Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson movie
does.
already.
Like
yeah.
it is like Wes Anderson directed like a.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to call in, that's 414-288-7687. 414-288-7687.
You're listening to Creative Differences with
Peter.
Joe?
Michael,
Mm.
and we are talking
Did it end up playing the
movies
part of the
and
clip
music
after?
Mostly
because
movies.
mostly
We
movies.
talked about
'cause
music for about like 6 seconds because we like Sergio Leone movies. Lucas and I have a mutual love of them, apparently. Something I did not know.
I think it played a little clip. Yeah.
right,
Okay.
but
So-
yeah,
We're able to play it on the stream, but not here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is one of you want to pull it up on your phone, and we'll just press the play button at the same time.
this is what we go to.
These are the lengths we go to for you.
Actually, play it. Just
Yeah.
play it over once again, just to make sure. Like, let's.
I bet
play
in
through
movies and
on
music
here.
doesn't go through it like that.
I love laughing at our own jokes.
Yeah, man, we're so
About
funny.
10 seconds later on the stream,
Yeah.
we're trying to figure out if we're actually broadcasting.
All right, we got H&M's. Might be. It's fine. There are about 15,000 people with your name on this campus.
Yeah, we're just right now waiting for it to get the stream to loop through. All right. Okay, so no, I don't think it is playing on the stream. So what we can do is, if one of you want to pull it up on your laptop and the other play it on your phone, we can do the aux cord for that and then watch it that way. So do you want to just Google?
This is just a business. This just is.
How about
I
we
think
just?
We should do something.
I was gonna say, how about
No.
we just don't watch this?
We need to because
No,
Wes
no, no,
Anderson.
I'm gonna personally veto that.
Ugh, you're
the
not the
boss.
DJ.
It's also not your show.
I'm
Like
the
it
boss of
isn't.
the show now. I'm
Oh,
coming in. I'm
shoots.
taking it over, baby.
Darn. Peter being usurped,
Like
apparently.
whatever.
Call
But,
it mutiny if you want, but this is our show now.
Like yeah, call, but I don't know if
Look at me.
If you'll even
I am the showrunner now.
like I can't look at you. It's radio.
I am the
You can look at me, but people just won't see
You are
it.
nothing.
No, like I can't see you.
I'm still
Really?
the non-host. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I think you might have just gone
Just that
blind,
other guy,
man.
you
I'm
know,
looking
just
straight at you right
It's right
now.
there.
How can you be looking at me when I'm a disembodied voice?
Well, I mean, like, maybe this is like my superpower. I mean, like, you're currently like naked, so that
Because
might
we're
like
actually
play
in
into
the
it in
source
some
code.
way. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. When you imagine
Really?
me, you
Alright,
imagine me
cool.
naked.
Oh, it's not necessarily an imagining. It's more like a vision from God.
Or a vision from your frontal cortex.
Oh,
Possibly.
Also true.
I mean, I did do about 30 whippets before I came in here.
whip it, whip it, whip it.
People seriously misunderstand whippets. That's all I'm going to say about that.
People just really don't understand what makes good radio, and those people are us.
Yeah.
It's the truth. So
Like-
call in and
And it
berate us
hurts.
for being so bad at
It really doesn't
414
hurt, just
288
do it,
Prove
right?
that you actually
7687.
exist.
Yeah, prove that you exist, or else you don't. How can we be sure that you do? We can't be. How can I be sure that any of you exist other than myself? I can't be. Can I really even be sure that I myself exist?
No.
Maybe. Maybe.
Welcome to Creative Differences ASMR quality radio. We're gonna be doing some tapping songs. Peter. Joe said you were there earlier, but without clothing, and it seems like you are right now. All of us are naked in the studio currently. I'm happy to be broadcasting to you folks. Please call in at 414. Hello and welcome to the United States of Creative Differences.
Hey, that's us. We're coming to you live
Goodbye, headphone users.
from the capital city of America, Washington, Wisconsin, and we're happy to be here. Call us at
No, at this point, we are
666.
We are the country's capital now. We don't need callers. We don't need democracy. That is of the past. We are the one true cultural, political, and economic center of this country, Milwaukee, United States, Wisconsin.
All right, so call us in at Trump Radio 414-288-7687.
Let's talk about God Emperor Trump here for a minute.
God Emperor Trump deserves everything he's ever gotten.
I agree.
I think the election was rigged that he didn't win more.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Like, the moment
Def.
when you have, like, gotten the rigging plan and, like, all of the steps coordinated to how to rig the election, and you save it in your email, but then you delete all your emails.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Bad rigging. Bad rigging. You're a bad rigger,
God.
Hillary.
For those of you listening who didn't hear that last joke, I censored it.
Because that's what we do. Because we're not a democracy.
Because this is a Trump radio.
I mean,
Creative differences.
you all know that Trump... I'm not going to say that.
You better be careful.
I mean...
He even censored himself.
I
He
mean...
knows what's up.
Yeah, I did
You only get 3
self-censor.
strikes. Joe's on 2.
I'm on 2 strikes?
Apparently.
Well, you start on one because, like,
Because
Italian.
obviously
You
Lucas
You
is
start on 2
now.
Oh, wow,
because you're
thanks.
30.
Dang German.
dang Deutschen.
Ja, dang Deutschen.
Deutschen suchen Upen Fagen.
Spicken Deutsche, ja.
Du, there's Flungen, Uben, Florgen.
Lederhosen?
No. Ugh.
No. That's you said.
I was at the
Everybody
old
knows
German
that
beer
you're
hall
supposed
the other day.
Everybody knows that
Oh,
the
yeah.
only respectable outfit to wear is a toga.
It's pretty good. They give you a free lunch with the purchase of a beer.
Wow,
which is
wait,
like,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so you
Like
buy
a
like a
good
liter
lunch,
of
too?
beer, and this is like the middle of the day.
Nice.
So if you buy a liter of beer, or half a liter even, maybe
liter?
even a quarter. I think it might be any size
Like
beer.
a pint.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy, like, how much, like, just any beer, you
Just
get for
any
lunch.
beer.
Just
They just
any
give
amount of
you
alcohols.
this like uncomfortably long and skinny dog. I'm not sure if I'd call it a
Like a-
brat. It's
A
definitely
sausage of some sort?
Yeah, it's more like a sausage than a hot dog or
Okay.
anything else.
Yeah.
And then just a side of like sauerkraut
Nice.
and these weird potatoes, which might be a German thing, but also
It's
might just be
probably
a
a German
torture thing.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was pretty damn good.
Were the
It was
potatoes good?
Pretty good.
What was it?
This uncomfortably long sausage that I had to like slowly slide down my throat. Sometimes taking bites out of it, occasionally just like ramrodding it.
You saved it.
Where is this again for our viewers?
This
Not
is
for
the
me.
Old German Beer Hall on Old
German
World
Beer
3rd
Hall.
Street.
Old World 3rd Street.
All right.
I think it'd be. I think it's 3rd and
Yeah, all right.
State.
That seems about right.
Yeah,
think it's
and we
third
are
state.
currently broadcasting live from the old German.
plugging
something-
our
Live from
radio
Marquette's
show.
radio
Good
station.
God.
from the old German beer house at the old Third World Street, Old World 3rd Street, whatever it's called.
Live from the German Beer House. This is Creative Differences.
We're currently coming to you from live from 1080 West Addison, Chicago, Illinois.
As well as Ashpin, Wisconsin. 1433.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
That's
currently
upside
in a.
down.
Yeah, you're currently holding
Your
that
phone
telephone
is
upside down.
Thanks, guys. But we're currently in a restaurant.
Yes, we are right now in a restaurant. People are talking. Around us. People are
Schnitzel.
enjoying
Nom,
their
nom, nom.
late night meals.
Definitely.
Mostly college students. May or may not be
Eating
affected
food.
in some way. Probably not, though. Marquette is a good, sober community.
Catholic community.
Very Catholic. Praise be.
Unto the one true Lord.
God Emperor Trump.
Jesus is our Savior. Our one true path to righteous salvation.
Oh God,
All
guys!
right,
I
your
think
salvation.
it's almost as if we teleported.
Whoa, where are we now?
We're broadcasting to you live from the Wisconsin countryside, everyone.
I didn't know the Wisconsin countryside had rainforest sounds.
For 11 hours,
Is
rainforest
that an 11
reverie,
video?
natural sound
God.
of a rainforest for relaxation, yoga.
Wow.
Wait, but speaking of, if we teleported, are we alive?
Essentially, yes, but
Cha-chi-cha.
fundamentally, we're
Cha-chi-cha.
different people.
Cha-chi-cha.
So how does that work in terms of teleportation?
What does the mom do?
You're gonna throw me off on a tangent here.
That's exactly why I asked.
No.
None of them sound anything like chicken. Like the closest one is Job's. Chickens don't clap.
And he didn't realize that was one of the most offensive things he could do in Mexico.
Yeah, I know. I love Arrested Development. I've only watched it twice, but it's just like so good.
Yeah, it was a premiere show when it was airing, but the Netflix season 4, I like it made me want to burn my eyes.
Really, you didn't like it? I didn't think it was as good as the first 3 seasons, but I still thought it was decent.
Like that's like hyperbole, but like I definitely like wish I hadn't seen it.
Really, you felt like it ruined the show for you.
Like yeah, because like when you had when you had only seen like the original 3, like there was always that thought like, oh, maybe they'll kind of do something good in the future, but like after this, it's just like I don't want any more of that.
I don't think there's gonna be any more, honestly.
No, because it didn't do well. It wasn't good.
It's already been like 4 years or something, hasn't it?
Yeah, it came out
2012, 2015 or something. I don't remember.
And
These
like
Netflix originals though,
they're
doing something.
There's some good ones.
there are good Netflix originals. I think this was just a case of like people
the actors being 10 years older.
Yeah, people wanting something that just like couldn't feasibly be like produced at a budget anymore.
I just love Netflix's business plan of just becoming HBO faster than HBO can become them, and you can look at what they're doing with all their new and original media. Not even original, but just
Media in general.
Yeah.
kind of innovative, because
Creatively different.
100%. What I've heard is they just give directors more or less a title and some money and ask them to give them something back.
Like that seems perfectly reasonable.
Honestly, like if you get a good director, they can do a ton with like very little.
Like almost like the less you give them, the more that they're. I think.
I mean, I was saying this earlier. Like limitation breeds creativity, and I think it's really important for there to be like some sort of limitation. Like it's like look at George Lucas. Like the original trilogy were like great, and he had like a tight budget and like heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
heavy
the
studio
limitations were that George
restrictions.
Lucas can't direct 5 and 6.
Yeah, and then he
those are
like
good limitations.
full creative control over the prequels,
And then
they're like
the ones we don't talk
so
about.
bad.
And then Crystal Skull, which we also don't talk
Crystal
about.
Skull, also awful.
Flagrant use of the dump button, folks.
Yeah.
Flagrant.
Flagrant use of profane and obscene language.
The 4th Indiana Jones movie.
Okay, you didn't.
Yeah, no, I didn't mention the word that cannot be mentioned.
Okay.
Wait, which word can't be mentioned?
Well, those 2 words in
Can
succession.
I say skull?
Yes.
Cool. Whip.
Cool.
Cool whip.
All right. Cool. All right. All right. My name's Jeffrey. Cool. All right. Cool.
My name's also Jeffrey. Last name Dahmer.
Welcome to
Broadcasting
Milwaukee.
to you live from my mom's basement.
Speaking of Jeffrey Dahmer, my father met him.
Did he?
Yeah, he went to Marquette back in the day,
Uh-huh.
and he was walking around and like going home one evening after praying with his friends.
Yep.
And by that I mean
Praise be.
Hosting a radio show, actually.
yeah, that totally.
Creative Differences, the first edition.
Not using his golf set to like drive down Wisconsin at like swing and like drive down Wisconsin
No, of
Avenue.
course not.
Yeah, definitely not.
Never that.
But so yeah, he's walking home and he's alone at that point. And Jeffrey Dahmer drives by in his car and he's like, "Hey, you want a lift?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm good. I got like only 1 more blocks." And then like a couple years later, fast forward to the 90s, Jeffrey Dahmer gets caught and he's like, "I
Oh, that's
recognize
that guy.
dude.
Yeah.
That was the dude who wanted to Babadook me."
I heard a Babadook me.
I mean, did he have his golf clubs with him at the time? So it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
could
mean,
kill
well,
Jeffrey
actually,
Dahmer.
well, he didn't have.
Your
If you could go
father
back in time
is
and
a
kill Jeffrey
coward.
Dahmer,
Not true though. I have no conception of your father.
good, he's dead.
Really?
Honestly, better.
Well, let's take a dark turn on Creative Differences.
It did.
Well, it's what breeds creativity.
Call
Tragedy.
us. Call us at the Milwaukee
Have you ever
Public
heard of any
Cemetery.
happy artists?
414-288-7687.
Actually,
No,
No.
not really.
Like maybe the guy who made the Lego movie. I don't know.
Honestly, he had to listen to Everything Is Awesome on repeat longer than the Legos did.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you ever
Yeah.
tried?
How do you think Will Ferrell's home life is?
Probably
I
like
hate Will Ferrell, so I hope it's horrible.
I
But what
don't
do you
hate Will
think it
Ferrell, but like
is?
it's probably like normal and fine. Like he seems like a pretty like amiable, affable dude. So
I can't see him actually being either of those words in real life.
I just don't see him existing outside of his career.
outside of
As
the
a- I just don't see him, like,
2005 Christmas film Elf, 2001 maybe. When did that movie come out?
Oh, jeez.
Well, thanks to
Power of the Internet.
Modern technology.
ELVQ.
Yep.
That
I love how it
2003.
actually framed
It was right in the middle
Wow.
of the two dates that I said.
2003.
We were what,
that's
like
the wallpaper now.
7 or
8?
so when that came
Yeah.
out? Yeah.
This is the one.
Didn't like it then,
Nice.
didn't like it now.
Wow. He's mastering the float though.
Will
Oh, yeah.
Ferrell is literally like the best elf portrayal of 2003 that I've
Definitely
ever
the
seen.
I'm
best
gonna put it out there that
portrayal of
the
2003.
other elves in the movie had a better elf portrayal.
I mean, they were all regular.
That was
they
the
were all regular
point
sized.
of the
Yeah.
movie.
I mean, like, for being a
Best
human
portrayal
playing,
of a
I don't.
it's
I don't
not easy
appreciate
being a
the
human at the
fact
North
that
Pole.
you're just
Yeah.
trying.
It's
The
not
best
like-
portrayal-
I don't even like the movie, and I'm over here thinking you're an idiot.
Okay.
The best portrayal of a human masquerading as an elf.
Yeah, definitely. The best portrayal. Yeah, the best human playing a human playing an elf.
I think the first person that
Exactly.
walked out of that movie and pretended to be him did a better portrayal of a human pretending to be an elf.
Well, that'd be a human pretending to be a
What do you
human.
think is Will
pretending to be an elf,
Ferrell?
I
He's
guess.
not
Come
that
on.
bad, man.
No. In character.
In
Not pretending to
okay.
be Will Ferrell. Good God.
I mean, why would anybody pretend that?
Did you just,
I,
did you
if
dumb
they want
God?
to kill themselves.
Well, that's again.
Thanks.
If they want to like have unending despair and sadness in their life.
But
So-
what do you
so our
mean?
lives.
Comedy always makes things better.
Yeah, that's why comedians kill themselves.
Whoa.
was gonna say-
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's.
I mean, yeah, but mine was
Hey,
gonna be
you're
a little bit
not
darker
wrong.
than that, even. But I was gonna say, yeah, let's look at
Thanks.
Robin Williams, right?
For telling me I'm not wrong. I
Yeah.
have to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
I just took it to
All
its
right.
logical conclusion, man.
Was that the logical conclusion?
Yes.
Can we go through Robin Williams movies really quick?
Robin Williams was a good actor. I enjoyed many of his movies, like the 2005 family classic RV.
Are you serious?
That movie?
That's the one you're bringing up?
I
Out
know.
of every movie?
I
RV?
know I've seen that movie.
No, I
The
know I've seen it
only
too,
thing
but
I can
RV.
remember-
What is this movie? Somebody
Like, I
explain this
can't-
movie.
Okay,
It's-
none of us
oh,
can look it
God.
up, but we have to
Okay, we have to
collectively
explain
Okay,
remember
um,
this movie.
Okay, so like
It opens up on a shot of Robin Williams up in a skyscraper, and he's a workaholic.
does it?
We're collectively remembering this
Okay.
movie.
Okay, yeah. So like yeah, Robin Williams is like this like really garbo dad who like is like an absolute workaholic,
Mm-hmm.
but his family wants to go on a vacation. So
To Florida.
do they want to go to Florida? Oh yeah,
Hawaii.
They want to go.
They
They
wanna
want
do
to go to like
something.
Florida, or Hawaii, or something. But he's like, oh, let's like take this RV to go to like North Dakota or something.
Oh, no,
But in
It's
reality,
like a business deal,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. He's going to a
Yeah.
business trip, but he's tricking them into thinking it's a family vacation. So
And he's got like the classic, like, American family. It's like him, his wife, his daughter, who's like a little
And, like,
rebellious.
yeah.
with
A
his
little
son.
older, a
and then
little
his son.
rebellious. and
Yeah,
his
yeah, no,
son-
exactly. No, that's exactly what it is.
exactly going through puberty,
Yeah.
Yep.
and he's
Exactly.
gonna like get caught masturbating in the RV, and it's just gonna be, he's gonna get caught.
So that doesn't happen because it's a family movie. But like
He's gonna be in the
yes.
RV with everybody else.
Oh man, you don't want to know why that RV's shaking at night, and it ain't
Because
Robin Williams.
it's so cold out in the Rockies.
And they don't have that much heat in the RV.
Yeah.
No.
And then what happened? Like they go on like some wacky adventures along those way and meet this like
They do.
really obnoxious other family with an RV that has no real bearing on the plot.
Is that?
Did they actually?
Yeah.
Are you
Oh
confusing
my
it with like We're the Millers?
No, I'm 100%.
Because
Wait a
that's
minute.
exactly what happens with We're
No,
the
no,
Millers.
I'm 100%
We need to make the
sure of
sequel to.
this.
We need to make RV2,
We did,
where
it's
it's
called We're
like
the
Yeah, it's called
Millers.
We're the Millers, where Robin Williams turns into a
Becomes-
different actor
yeah.
and then becomes a drug dealer.
What-
And also
what I
20
was gonna
years
say is
younger.
like
And then Jennifer Aniston's there somehow.
I know
and
there's
then-
like 5,000 Beethoven movies, and there's one of them that they're in an RV. We need to have
Is
like
there?
yes,
There must be. They're actually like
and we need to have one where
17 or
that
18
family
Beethoven
and
movies.
this family meet,
And then you eat the Millers, and then they're just.
and then the
abhorrent.
Millers, yeah.
Yeah.
and they're all in a like race across country, and it's like Need for
It's
Speed.
Cannonball Run.
Can I point out though that We're the Millers like brought regrets into like common culture, and I just really
Who's that?
appreciate that.
Regrets?
Obviously, it didn't.
Is he related to...
Or is that regrets? Like you...
Or like, yeah,
regret-
like Ragrets, do you mean? Like R-A-G-R-E-T-S?
R-U-G-R-A-T-S?
How do you spell that?
The 1990 film?
Rugrats?
Rugrats?
Yeah, the Rugrats movie 2, Rugrats in Paris. The 1999 banger.
That was a film.
The 2001? I don't know. When did that movie come out?
All I remember
Why
is
do you
that the
keep calling
opening
movies
shot
bangers?
was...
Because they're like bangers. They're like, oh, yeah.
I think Joe just likes movies.
I remember that the opening shot to Rugrats 2 was a joke about The Godfather.
Yeah. Was
I've
it?
never
Yeah,
seen
it
The
was.
Godfather,
That's awesome.
but like it was like I
Yeah.
somehow knew that.
What joke about the Godfather
And
did
then
they
they-
make?
No, like they were doing a reenactment of
Yeah.
like a scene from The
Yeah,
Godfather.
and like
kinda
Tommy
great.
was the Godfather, I think. But
Fine.
like, I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie in like at least...
I don't know any of
15
their
But
names.
10 years?
we didn't finish collectively remembering RV.
Oh, yeah, so they meet this really obnoxious other family, and they have a...
And they've got a big Saint Bernard, and it slobbers all over
and it slobbers
everything.
all over them. And they have a horn like that plays music.
And there's Judge Reinhold.
So it's like
'cause, you
da,
know.
da, 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 da. So it's like the most like garbo ever.
What are you
And like
talking about?
it's this Garbaggio, man.
Garbaggio.
Yeah.
Is that
Actual
Italian?
trash.
Yeah, complete garbage. And then so like they
Reggie
get
Lie.
there, and then there's the whole like lie reveal thing. Like, oh my god, I can't believe that
Well,
Dad
no,
forsook
no.
us.
But before that,
What happened before
it's always one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, we're actually having a really great family vacation.
Oh yeah. They think
The
they're
kids
having a
are like,
great
wow,
family
what a
vacation.
great dad.
And
And
they're
then it's
bonding
like,
with their
oh, yeah.
dad. And then he completes to be a total.
Oh no,
Like,
I started taking you on this vacation just trying to be a business trip, but I
When I
actually
actually love my
ended up
family.
liking
But
my
then he turns
family.
into like a big old.
But
Let me think of a word I can use on air. D-bag.
Try again, Joe.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Word you can use on air.
D-bag and to censor it. We'll do it live. Anyway, yeah, and then like there's a whole lie reveal thing where they realize they that one's
Acceptable,
okay, yeah. They realize that he lied, and then like they hate him, and that lasts for like 6 uncomfortable minutes, where it's like the most lazy plot element of all time. And
I remember
Millers.
some part of like his redemption arc was literally getting his RV stuck on like a
like
a hill that was like way
cliff,
too
right?
like
Yeah.
the hill was too steep and the RV was too long.
Yeah.
Family, we all have to go to the back or we're gonna die.
No, like-
no, Dad, I don't want to be stuck in this RV with you anymore. I'd rather die.
Except not that because his like the rest of his family like took a flight home and he was alone with the RV.
Yeah.
And like he had to like get out and push the entire RV as it scrapes along this like the bottom of the hill.
Mountain road, yeah. Yeah, that was like a weird...
I can remember him like waddling around, like trying to get to each
Boy.
side, like, oh, I need to push it. So
Robin
no,
Williams'
it's
later
falling the
career
other
sort
way.
of took a little bit of a nosedive, didn't it?
Well, this was what, like 2005?
Something like that.
I mean, he's been in other stuff since
He didn't do it.
2005.
I mean, yeah, but he didn't
hasn't
do like
he?
a ton of work. Like, you know, like he was most active in like the 90s, probably, right?
Oh yeah, no, of course. I mean, a little earlier than that too.
When did
The 80s a
Doubtfire
little
come
bit.
out?
80s a
What?
little- I think 90, like
Doubtfire,
3
yeah,
or
like
4 or
90, 90 something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was before we were even born.
Well, not me.
Yeah, Peter's ancient. He's
I'm eternal.
yeah, he's very old. He's like 26 or something.
He doesn't actually exist. He's just in this radio station.
Very old.
Yeah, very
26.
old.
Yeah, super old, age at 26.
Yeah.
1,000 million.
What's the difference?
Same thing.
There's some band posters up in here.
Have you guys heard of this new indie band? They're called like
Imagine Dragons.
40 Pilots or something.
40 Pilots, yeah. You guys hear this weird indie band? Like they, oh man, it's like some kind of like, they're called like the Beatles. They're called the Beatles. They have like this one like decent song that goes like, and it's like okay, but you know, I really want to see what their future stuff is gonna look like.
I don't know. I think
they're fat, honestly.
I don't really like the way that like British people are trying to like re-influence our country. Like we declared independence for a reason. Like we don't need you to run us politically, economically, or culturally. But thanks, Woodrow Wilson, bring us into World War, into the World War. Like no, you absolute Anglo bad person who's hardly even American.
Mm.
I dislike Woodrow Wilson. He was a horrible
I
president.
mean, Peter, you dislike anybody who's not an Aryan.
Peter, you dislike everyone other than those of Germanic descent.
Yeah, that's broad enough.
That is broad enough.
But I also like the Byzantines. They've done a lot of good stuff.
Okay, well they
Okay.
okay. There's not a they have done. There's like a they did do. Like they're not around anymore.
Like
Whisper into the mic.
also like Arab empires, like a bunch of like the successor kingdoms to the like the initial like early conquest, like they did a lot of good work, a lot of multiculturalism.
That's true. But viewers, down the Roman legacy.
Michael, do you want to go?
That is impressive.
Like, also like Japan's got anime, and like Bernie Sanders was gonna make anime real, but that's not gonna happen anymore. So I don't know.
I feel when you will never get to marry your wife.
I'm just really excited that you've noticed I was just speaking in the mic subtly with no idea what I was saying and with no feedback at all.
So, I think we should get into a quick discussion before the rest of our hosts get back.
Oh, is there more than one person coming?
Yeah. What is the best anime? Cory in the House.
Cory in the House, yeah. Hands down. Either Cory in the House or Lazy Town.
Lazy Town? I don't know if we can call Lazy Town so much like in anime as like maybe I think.
Hold on.
Like I don't.
Robbie,
who's watching it for the plot? Like,
okay.
Yeah. I'm watching Lazy Town for the plot.
Hold on,
okay.
Man. Robbie Rotten is actually like the greatest anime villain of all time, and I will fight anybody who disagrees with me.
I just want to talk about Code Geass.
Like,
but like it's fine.
It's not even an anime. What are you talking about? God.
It's like a Chinese cartoon.
Chinese cartoons? What are you talking about, man?
It's like I will say when Robbie Rotten is explaining how he is number one, that's
one of the greatest scenes in all anime.
Like there's promise there, but really if we're trying to look at what actually defines the genre, that would have to be the best anime of all time, Cory in the House.
I mean, is Cory in the House genre defining as an anime? Yes. But, is Cory in the House the ultimate anime? No. Do I think it's a great gateway? Absolutely. Definitely top 3 gateway animes. But is it truly the top of, any genre, any show? No, I really think maybe I have to give it to Cory in the House. Let's go into this one.
Yeah, just everyone scoot over one, and then make it work. Hi.
What is up, Milwaukee? It's Boner City, USA, here with another excellent episode
of
interesting stories from our past.
In the dark.
With
naked.
John
and afraid.
Leckowitz, the Marquette student from UWM.
Wow.
So I am here to tell you all about some great stories tonight.
All right.
Some very interesting stories.
Can you guys?
I hope you're all tuning in at 1:30 p.m. with nothing better to do.
Oh my
on
goodness,
a
we're already at
Saturday.
the end of our show.
AM.
But yeah, we're gonna keep going.
All right. So I am here to tell you all about my American life.
Oh.
And it's a very interesting life. I'm not from America, as you all know. I'm from the Kazakh Republic of Kazakhstan.
Wow, wee wah.
Indeed, everyone always tells me I'm related to I am squatting right now. Thank you for asking.
It's proof.
So,
he's wearing
I see a picture of one of my fellow
Adidas.
Kazakhs squatting on the teleprompter. So I will jump right into a story. We'll jump into a story from the senior year of high school.
All right.
When I first got drunk, and it was an excellent experience. This was a place called the Badger Den.
Ooh.
Really great. It was my grandma's old house that was just boarded up. And
why was this called the Badger Den?
Wisconsin.
It's actually nothing to do with Wisconsin. It had to do with the fact that me and all my buddies ended up sleeping in one room, stacked on top of each other like a bunch of badgers. So we
stacked on top of each other like bunk beds or just on each other?
No, literally in sleeping bags, on the floor, like you'd imagine a bunch of ferrets.
Adjacent or on each other?
Adjacent, but there was definitely some overlapping.
So you weren't
but it was not gay.
on top of
it was
each
not
other.
gay. It was not.
No.
It was not.
You don't get to speak. You don't speak unless you speak into a microphone.
God, that's a gay. So it was several people sleeping side by side in sleeping bags in a very compact area. We therefore called it the Badger Den because it looked like a
interesting
den of badgers.
So,
Indeed.
So we've got the setting. Who are the characters?
Oh, the characters. That would be me, John Swanson. Your heroic leader. There would be also my good friends from high school, Ryan Sasselberry and Eric Reinhardt. Yes, thank you for that comment. There would be Nick Coletti and several others. But the night consisted of me getting belligerently drunk. And at one point they locked me in the basement.
How did that occur?
Oh, so this occurred because I had blacked out and I had drinking so much vodka that I had started speaking Ukrainian.
Oh.
And once I speak Ukrainian, nobody really understands what I'm saying. Nobody understands my motives. I might be asking for water, but it sounds like shut the rubbish. And then people just kind of freak out, you know. They don't know. They don't know that I'm asking for water. They think I'm asking to blow up this, something very aggressive. But really,
Don't go to the water fountain tomorrow, guys. I think I like some of you.
And
don't
so,
you mean the bubbler?
Oh yeah, welcome to Wisconsin.
I also had a thing against.
I've been working my
fascists.
non-regional
Wubba lubba
diction.
dub dub.
I mean, like, who's anti-fascist in this day and age?
And
Anti-fascist.
yeah, no, I had a thing against fascists. So at this point in time, I really, really hated fascists, and my friends had locked me in the basement.
Because they were fascists.
Exactly. They let me out, and they said, hey, guess who's a fascist? And they'd name, Ian or whoever, and I'd fucking go berserk. Literally, the first thing I did when they let me out of the basement was punch my good friend Ryan Sasselberry in the face. So
Oh,
it was
my.
it was an interesting night, and it only got more interesting from there. They had to contain me in a very special, like, anti-fascist container.
Since we're talking,
The basement.
The
yeah,
basement.
The basement.
since we're talking about our American life, and this is Wisconsin, I feel like first drinking stories is a great topic. We should
And
continue.
just to be sure, all of you are 25, correct?
Of course.
You guys.
I'm actually 32.
Ah. I'll roll for age if you don't know. 12.
5. These are multipliers, right? By 6 times
No.
times 6. Oh,
Oh,
19.
19. That's
Whoa!
right. Shut up, I'm 21.
Wah wah wee wah.
I'm 21.
21.
You alright,
Wah, wee,
dude?
wah.
You gotta talk into the mic, though.
Wah wah wee wah.
And 6 titties fall from the sky.
I remember the first time I ever did a tequila shot, and you're
Don't even get me started.
supposed to do shots with salt and limes for people out there who didn't
Wait,
know.
What
And,
words are allowed?
Instead of chasing this shot with a lime,
game.
tell you.
I just chased it with chocolate milk.
Oh.
That sounds nasty.
Nasty.
Milk, you degenerate
Yeah, mold.
hick.
That's disgusting.
The
I love
chocolate
how
milk
it's spelled-
proceeded to come out my nose, but
Oh.
not
Good.
out my mouth. Somehow I was able to keep this down.
So you separated the two liquids in yourself. So
Yeah.
only the chocolate milk came out of the
So
nose.
so tequila,
Right.
Tequila down the
milk,
throat, chocolate milk through the nose.
chocolate milk comes back through my nose.
That's actually
Were you
that's
upside
actually
down?
impressive.
No. I didn't vomit, which was really the most surprising thing, because me and a fellow friend, there was a liquor cabinet, and since we were both 21, and had no idea what we were doing,
As you do.
we're just trying everything, and it just got, like, god-awful. There was just very uncomfortable amounts of liquor being poured down each other's throats, wandering
Are
down
you
the
sure it was
freeway.
liquor being forced down your throat, or it wasn't something else?
65% cinema vesicle? What?
Those are our secretary, Gabby.
Are we
Trying
talking
to
about
pretend
first
like
drinking
she knows
stories?
what
Is
she's
this like an
talking
everybody
about.
thing?
Is this an everybody thing?
What?
Because mine's not very interesting.
Mine's,
then
mine
don't-
is not, yeah.
Well, then don't tell the story.
I can
Yours
provide-
was when you
I-
were actually 21, which is just really disappointing.
Like my
No,
first
it
drinking
wasn't.
story is like inherently
mean-
not American. Like it
as
just
It was
as is
it was
mine.
not American, thus part of
Yeah.
our American life. Let's hear it.
No, he was following a troop of rogue Americans venture into the Canadian wilderness, fight off
expeditionary
these
force.
French.
It was above the Mason
Cucks.
Dixon line.
okay, like it was all
was
above
Cox.
it was all above line. So like we were safe that way. but we're getting into dangerously French territory.
Okay, hold on. I don't like the word dangerously
Well,
French. I like the
to
word
name myself
dangerously
as,
French Canadian.
mayor of
No.
this city.
No.
so-
Just dangerously French. Because even the French think the Canadian French have a bastardization of it.
That's true. Hold on. I think that bastardization is an acceptable word.
How is bastardization a wrong word?
Bastardization.
Bass?
Anyway, getting back to the topic at
Turd.
hand, we have some great stories, and by we, I mean me.
Wow. So what happened after you were put into your isolation cube?
Oh, yeah, I just passed out with a bottle of vodka. And yeah, there's some interesting videos I have. I will not ever let anyone know who owns these videos or
Are
where
they on the internet?
Not anymore. No,
Oh.
we've successfully expunged the internet of these videos. You can try all you want. I swear, you're looking at it right now. You will never find these videos. Exactly. You looking up drunk Slav, stupid lard,
Stupid fascist.
stupid fascist will not.
That is
Pet snake.
that is not how you spell
Oh,
fascist.
what? Dumb Slav with a pet snake? Ooh.
Wow, that was
Dumb
all right.
Slav with a
Anyway,
pet
moving
He's a
on
pet
to my
snake.
second
Hello.
story of the night, perhaps the second best story I can ever provide. I hope you kids out there learn a lot from these. Learn the mistakes I didn't learn at all whatsoever.
Learn from the mistakes that we have yet to learn from.
So, story number 2 comes from my second year at UWM
here it is.
during UWM National Day of UWM.
And I just deleted it.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's
Control
just
over the internet, another benefit of Marquette Radio.
So, on National Mark UWM Day, because I don't go to Marquette, as everyone here knows. I could never, because my name is George.
My name is Jeff.
Sagameth. Yeah. And so we get absolutely shit-faced off of. We get absolutely drunk. We get drunk off of. We get not sober. Is that acceptable terms? Off of champagne. Is this allowed? This is not allowed. How is champagne not allowed as a word? I'm sick of you guys. There is certain beverages that we drink that get us to a point of absolute inebriation. And so the night goes that we go to the game, and Peter's staring at me, and Michael is touching this. He's
Fingering the mic.
To say something.
Getting really sexual.
And what occurs
Always
is
sexual.
absolutely
Sexual
beautiful.
tension.
We're all
And-
three of us looking at this
and,
microphone right now.
It's actually a big one.
And they're trying to interrupt my story, but I'm going to go on with the story anyway. So, we are gone. We are gone in every sense of the term, as you can imagine. And we move on to what is the end of the night. People try to stop us. Let me tell you, people very much try to stop us, but we are at a point of inebriation that is beyond imagination. So,
Well, good thing good thing you actually experienced it, so you don't have to imagine it.
exactly, right? It was,
Too bad
it's-
for
it's
our
again
viewers.
beyond imagination.
Yeah, none of our viewers, because who views radio?
What?
Who okay, if you're a viewer of our
There's
show,
currently 2 viewers of our show right now.
That's true.
oh my goodness,
And to you,
Come
one
in
of
here,
2
viewers.
I hope this is a very enlightening experience about my life. My life
I don't
as
think they're
Zach.
very
oh
enlightening.
yeah, look at all the
Johnson.
viewers that have entered the room.
We have
6
2
viewers
viewers
right now.
here. So
Cool,
Hey,
Gweg.
would our guest like to make a statement? We have one coming in. He is.
What's it like viewing?
He is a
Sliding into
Whalers
DMs.
fan. His name is Zach Allen.
Hi, my name is Zach Allen, and I've been in this room for 15 seconds. I don't know.
Truly an inspirational quote.
That's a knee slapper. 15 seconds. Oh, you're such a riot,
So
Sam.
funny.
So, thank you, Zach. I really appreciate your insight on.
You know, it's tough being Zach.
Oh,
Tough name.
I know.
every day I've just got to live knowing that my
My
name's
my
Sack.
third name is Sack, so I understand your struggle.
How
Really?
How did that shape your childhood?
I mean, it was just, everyone was calling me Sack.
Like,
I'd see, like, if I was in the store, I'd see a sack full of onions or something, I'd just get triggered. I'd see it and I'd just, yeah, I'd have to leave,
I'm so sorry.
I think I'm over it.
It must have been such a hard life for you.
I'd like to add in that we do
Was
have
it
a
hard for
sack
Sack?
warning for the rest of this.
It was hard for
podcast.
Sack.
Like, no one wants to be triggered on this radio show. The whole point of the show is
yeah,
not
we
to be
try to
triggered
keep
by
it a nice, safe
I'm
space
so
here.
I'm gonna put it out there
Unless
that we
you're, like,
practice
some sort of
BDS
degenerate.
AMR. So
You're triggering me, Lucas.
honestly, that's
Dump.
How much does it dump when it dumps?
Yeah.
It dumps the whole shitload.
Oh wow, yeah. Keep
Keep
dumping. Keep hitting that dump button.
Like
boy.
actually, like there's only like the show roughly. And this is a little bit of behind the scenes. Pardon the kimono, if I will. The show runs on roughly a 10-second delay, and I can dump up to all 10 of those seconds, so that the show then just skips to present, and then whenever there's silence or lack of talking, it slowly builds up that 10 seconds until I have it to dump again.
Wonderful.
AKA
Well, I would like to continue telling my story,
Please do.
if that's possible.
No.
So my story picks up. Are you gonna stop dumping?
Just proceed.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see how it is. Yeah, a very hostile environment here. This is National Marquette Day, but it's National UWM Day because I don't go to Marquette. Everybody, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, my name.
forget about it.
And this is a very interesting night. My friends would describe it as they saw me get into a bar that they never got into. I remember getting into that bar, and I absolutely have no idea of what happened afterwards. But what I do remember is about what I'd say like an hour or two later is being tackled to the ground by two very strong police officers who are still having a very hard time containing me. So
Oh, fun.
it was I am of Slavic origins, so there's something to be said about Slavic strength. It's a very real thing. They couldn't handle it.
So after they
obviously.
tagged you, then did you run after them?
So what happened is they pushed me to the ground, the gravel on the street.
Oh man.
So this was not comfortable. No, I thought I broke my hand at the point. And
Oh.
then guess what? They threw me in a armored van. Not just a police car, an armored van.
SWAT.
I had
Paddy
absolutely
wagon.
zero idea why I was being detained.
HQ, bring in the armored truck. We got a Slav.
Slavic dissident.
It was like like the. It was like the cars for the pound,
Yeah.
but rounding up Slavs. So
Oh my goodness.
it was pretty awful. I have nightmares of that day.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Yes, actually.
So I was rounded up and put into the back of a van and transported to an unknown location. But actually, that location didn't exist. I was just They just kept transporting me around because they could not figure out my name. I had a fake ID at the time. I was not legal.
Oh my goodness. Wait,
So-
you were undocumented?
I was undocumented.
Go get the guys. Oh, just don't worry about that.
So before I get arrested here yet again, I was indeed an undocumented Slav, and they did not like that. But they couldn't
Well,
get
like
me on
who would?
anything. They kept negotiating with me, which was hilarious because that meant I actually had some control over the situation.
So when you say negotiating,
I
describe
meant
that
literally
process.
negotiating with MUPD because they were trying to figure out what my real name was because they could not figure it out, and I was trying to get out of this awful situation where I was about to get arrested and
Yeah, because like at that
Did
point,
they
why-
absolutely
slap you?
destroyed.
Did they bitch slap you? That's all MPD does, they bitch
I did
slap.
not. I did not get hurt in any way other than they possibly broke my wrist, tackling me to the ground.
Fuck them. Oh my god.
Like there's been so many dumps. Like the last
like, you
45
also
seconds
said,
have
like,
been dumped.
3 other things, so I had hardly any charge left. So like, I got probably like some like a, and then I cut it.
So as I was saying, I was in this van. They had tackled me to the ground. obviously without any proof of what I had done,
Mhm.
and we don't know what I had done at this point.
You don't even know.
They kept trying to handcuff me behind my back, but I was too sly for that. I kept pulling the handcuffs in front of myself, and so every 10 minutes they'd pull me out, they'd interrogate me, they'd ask me, in like some sort of Soviet gulag, they'd ask me, "What is your name?" And they'd fucking so they'd pull me out of this van like some Soviet gulag and ask me what was my name.
Also, just so we can cover our bases, we are currently movies and music of the show on Marquette Radio.
This is actually the life of
Pie
Alexander Denisovich.
Hamilton.
or Ivan Desenovich.
Exactly. Thank you.
Have you read that book?
I actually have. I read that back in high school. It's a really good book. It had
Read it over the
a
summer.
lot of formative impact on my life.
Yeah.
Kind of led me to where I am now. My hatred of fascists and my love of fascists as well. So
Yeah. The one takeaway is the man who licks another man's bowl will not survive.
exactly. And the man who you can just tell who won't make it. And in that van, I could tell who would not make it. And
Which of the police officers? Oh, so you've gotten yourself caught.
exactly?
What's the next step?
of your master plan?
Oh, well, so here we go. So I realized one police officer is an absolute rookie.
Crashing this truck.
The
with
other
no
is
survivors.
not an absolute rookie. So they try interrogating me. They think they have it over me.
Big guy.
They don't have anything on me because my wallet was absolutely empty. All I had was an identification card that was, to say the least, false. That is to say, a fake
Misleading.
ID. Yes. And kids, I recommend you highly get one. It's very good for evading tax evasion.
He recommends that you highly get one.
Exactly.
Wink,
Exactly.
Ha! Paninis. So then, how did this play out?
So what ends up happening is we end up actually striking a deal. MUPD is actually very, very lenient.
So was this at the time when MUPD had legal authority now?
So actually, no. This was
Oh, is this DPS back in the day?
No, DPS back in the day did not have the authority to arrest me, but I didn't get arrested by
Oh, you got actual like.
It was
Milwaukee.
actual MUPD. They actually
Wait,
tackled me.
NPD then? Milwaukee.
Yes, Milwaukee Police Department, not Marquette. Let me let you know this was very serious. At
Oh
the time.
my goodness.
And I end up talking to them, and we come up with a deal. We say, because I felt my wrist had been broken when they had tackled me to the ground, I told them if they took me to the hospital, I will tell them my name. We settled on that deal. I end up telling them my true name, which I will never tell any of you because don't trust you. And I end up being taken to the hospital. Never to the drunk tank or anything. Never got any fingerprints taken. Beautiful idea, guys. If you ever hear this, please use this advice. Bargain with them. 100%.
Nice.
And what happened from there on out was that I ended up spending the night in the hospital with I believe the police report said a 2.64.
Wow! Standing ovation all around.
Wow.
This is the sound of standing.
A 2.64. I ended up, the exact report listed 4 citations. Misrepresentation of age, underage drunkenness, disturbance of the peace, which I would say did not exist, and resisting arrest. Oh, wait, no. Not just resisting arrest, resisting and fleeing arrest. Which they very specifically said this student was at a 2.6 BAC alcohol content.
So, what do you estimate your BAC was at the time you were being wrestled?
Oh, it probably
how
was
long was
higher.
that
It was probably like a 0.3. Because
How
I
long-
absolutely did not feel anything. I was muscling the crap.
What was the time difference between when you got like pinned down and when you were at the hospital?
At least an hour or 2. Wow. So they drove around with me trying to sober up, trying to get information out of me for quite a long time. But let me tell you, we don't crack under pressure.
We, the Slavic peoples.
Of America.
So, I end up returning home that next night because I still lived in Strazemeyer UWM Hall. Of,
Briggs and Stratton Meyer Hall.
Briggs and Stratton. by no means associated with Straz Hall. Don't ever make that assumption.
5th floor represent.
Did you say 5th floor?
11th floor.
5th
represent.
floor.
Anyway,
Are you Humphrey?
we
And Carpenter and Campus
I end up
Town
walking
West.
it, and my good friends from all over Marquette are there to greet me and ask me exactly what was my situation last night that I did not end up back home. And I had to show them a very, very long citation list claiming that 7 police officers were called to the scene to detain me. This is in the notes.
And it's not like you had any friends backing you up. That was just you.
That was just me. Absolutely. Because at the time, as I learned later, I was the only one to get into the aforementioned beverage establishment, a.k.a.
Lemonade
bar.
stand?
Yep, bar. Lemonade stand bar. Lemon bar. Yeah.
Lemonhead? Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was the only one there. Joe here is making a face.
No, I was checking to see if the sound was coming through our headphones, but
Nope.
it's still not.
Thanks, movies and music.
Appreciate your hard work and dedication in ruining the set.
Drop the mic, walk away.
Anyway, continuing with the main part of our show that everyone actually cares about. Burn. So back to Boner City, USA.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you all have a boner tonight because of this.
I just really appreciate the affirmation and subsequent dump.
It's like,
It's like pow.
okay, no.
Our erection town series tonight.
Would it be like a lazy erection town?
I would say it would be a hard diamond erection. And is this gonna get a dump? It is getting
Full torque.
not dumped.
No
All right.
dump, people.
This is a
dump.
confirmed non-dump.
This is very rare, so I'm just gonna continue with my
Creative
stories.
differences quoted by many as being not a dump.
I'm gonna
I did
incorrect quote.
You cannot
Incorrect.
quote me on that.
No,
You can
refuse.
quote me on that.
Zach, can you possibly put this night into context? So you heard it.
Sack, what's going on?
Please, take
Yeah,
the knife.
come up there.
Come up here.
The night, I don't remember any of it. I think I was home for the weekend.
That's some good context. I'm gonna be honest. This is what
What an amazing.
This is what happens when
recollection.
Sack's not around. Zach and Sack need to be together, or else their yin and yang properties go out of whack, and then you end up at the hospital with all these different
Indeed.
Out of
charges.
whack. You need the sack and the Zach.
So, finishing the story. He dumped it. Anyway, finishing the story. It was I obviously, being the Marquette student that I am, I hired a lawyer and got several.
Yeah, dump.
Dump that, please. Being the UW student I am, I threatened
I think I waited
threatened
just
the
long enough
judge.
to not dump that.
I threatened the judge until he dropped several of the charges. This worked.
What do you
very
mean you threatened him?
I used a lawyer.
So, like, on the charges of, like, how they, like, broke your wrist?
Oh,
or?
so what occurred was they charged me with, as I mentioned before, fleeing and resisting arrest, which got dropped to a disorderly conduct, I think.
Oh.
Very nice.
Not bad.
Slavically conduct.
Slavically conduct. A
Standard
drinking under
Slavic
Slavage. Well, they did indeed confirm that I was a Slav, so they dropped that charge right off the bat.
All right.
Nice.
I mean, kind of a foolish charge.
Cultural heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And
Like drunk driving in Wisconsin.
2 other charges which are beyond my recollection because of my state of mind currently and in the past. Not saying anything right now, but it's been a good night.
Verification on the
Anyway.
good night.
What? I wasn't listening.
Verification of the gun.
It's been
Gabby,
a good night.
knows
Not a lot.
Thank you, Sack.
Zach got so many
MUPD's here to
wieners.
arrest our friend
And by
here.
wieners,
Dimitri-
Gabby means vaginas.
That's not true. He only knows wieners. That's all. He knows.
Gabby is lying.
I'm not lying.
Gabby
I'm
is a
very
liar.
honest.
Our
I think
female
he's
co-host
better.
here has the least.
What is that one?
Why are you coughing me?
And this brings me to my next story. about our female co-host. No, I'm very much kidding. All right. Would anyone else like to fill in?
Possible vampire.
So Zach, in conclusion, what it was the
Who
best?
is Zach?
I said tack.
Tack.
Yeah.
Who is Tack?
Could you please
Short for
address me
tactical.
as Mac?
Entire
Mac,
toxin.
Mac the knife.
Mac McDonald
Mac
from Always
Daddy.
Sunny?
Yeah. So in conclusion, what was the best film of 2014?
Oh, best film of 2014, I believe at that time would have been released. Oh, geez, what do you guys?
Spaceballs.
That no.
Simply incorrect. Infactual.
No, you need to like
to name
it-
one movie
it-
right
Oh,
now.
it was.
what was the best film of 2014?
Oh, it was absolutely the new Star Wars, Phantom Menace.
No.
Wait,
Phantom Menace.
Interstellar was 2014.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
loved Interstellar. That was
What?
a great movie.
No, it was not.
amazing. The
It was
score-
so ham-handed.
The score makes me
I-
cry.
I'd like to
love
say it was
Interstellar.
Inception.
Nolan is a hack.
Fuck off. Is it,
Oh my
It was
goodness.
Inception. You sound like you ate Taco Bell.
no.
You probably
I don't
did.
eat
You
Taco Bell.
sound like you ate Taco
You-
Bell.
she
I
sounds
love
like she ate
Interstellar.
You
Taco
probably
Bell.
went to Taco Bell, got just beans, and like slurped
You
those
just
down.
got beans.
You got
Just
beans.
I saw Interstellar normally and in IMAX, and it was the best thing I've ever
Just
seen.
bean me, boys.
Honestly, you have a low standard.
I'd like to
of
move
films.
our next
Love.
Low
session
standard.
towards video games. Because
Well,
me
we're
and my
actually doing-
roommate. No, too late. We've already moved.
We're
it
actually
there.
doing movies and music, so if you want to talk about the movies, i.e. cutscenes and music within video games.
But
But
so
no discussion
we've
of
been
gameplay.
playing Battlefield 1, and we've been absolutely
film.
destroying things. Yeah.
Good,
My good friend
perfect
over
World
here-
War One
My good
representation.
friend over here, he's very good at this game. Come over here. Big C.
Get in here.
already said his name like 16 times.
Oh, so it's sack spelled with a C.
It is with a C.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
CZAQP.
yeah.
Got it.
And like if you just look at it, you might pronounce it like Czaqp, but it's Sack.
All right.
It's
All right.
Sack. It's Sack. What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Video games.
video games.
The
and
fact
how,
that this
how good
show
you are.
has been
He is literally
stolen.
a pro player at Battlefield 2, taking place in the first.
Produced by
Great War.
Bethesda.
The first Great War.
11-12.
I was going to say, just for reference, the first Great War in history was the Norman invasion of England. God save William the Conqueror.
Agreed.
Are you okay?
So
you can
but in
drag in, like, a chair from out there.
Battlefield 2.5. The key is you don't kill anyone. No
Oh.
violence. You just
Well, like as a good
revive.
Christian boy would do.
Yeah, revive. That's it. Run around, throw bandages and stuff.
Literally throw bandages at your enemies until they die is what he is a recommended.
Inject
The
them
Gandhi
with
method.
love.
This is
The
how
Gandhi
Gandhi would have
method.
played any
Like,
video game.
Just like kill them with
Is that
love.
correct?
Like
I-
make sure their blood is so filled with love that there's no more room for hemoglobin.
I was inspired by Hacksaw Ridge movie. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I didn't see the movie, but I saw the trailers.
But you were
and that
inspired.
was good enough for me.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, thanks for taking us to Video Game Corner with Zach.
This is Zach.
This is Zach.
And,
Is there anyone else out there who's?
yeah, we have our good friend, Christopher Cornetto.
He
But-
seems to be ill at the moment.
He's not looking very solid.
He may or may not be real.
He might have the
He might have the
crappers.
Buscemi
He
disease.
might have the crappers.
as Gabby would say, the
Crappers.
Filthy language.
That was not filthy language.
All right, bringing it back to our good friend Michael Bublé.
Desanovich.
Yes, I'm back. Hi.
Oh, what's your? You're coming up with a new album now for this Christmas season.
I am.
What's your favorite part of been working with? What's the best part of working with Slavs now?
Well, the best part about everything in my career is Christmas music is actually waking up from my 11-month hibernation period
Oh,
because that's all I do is
From-
Christmas music.
do you? What's your preferred method of trans Christmas hibernation?
Trans Christmas hibernation. Well, I tried the bear thing the first time round, which was just a bunch of, food and whatnot. But then I found that if you just go to sleep to my own music.
Oh.
You can be asleep for about 11 months, and it works great.
So you don't utilize any like sort of cocoon technology?
No, not really.
Really?
No, it's...
Do you get any like bed sores?
No, I seem that when I wake up, I just need to start singing about Christmas because it's just there.
All right. Must be the Christmas spirit
It is definitely Christmas
lifting
spirit.
you back out of bed.
Exactly.
Do you have any? I heard you have a new clip for us that you're gonna play.
Yes, that's right. It's on the computer over here.
All right. Let me just press that track right here for you.
Christmas things. You have lights and snow and other Christmas stuff. I just woke up 2 hours ago, so now we're just singing words and all these other things. Mistletoe and all these other things that we do at Christmas time, but not other holidays in the holiday season because Christmas is the only one I sing about. Words, and Happy New Year.
Anyway, I have yet another.
Thank you. Oh my goodness! What a great treat that it has been, Michael Bublé Desenovich.
Thank you, Mr. Bublé, for coming into the studio today.
And because I'm Canadian, that'll certainly get me a Juno.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a game we could all play.
What's that?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
No. Hold on. Now, this isn't just your standard dichotomy
I got this
game. In this version of Would You Rather, it's two scenarios, which then the audience, aka my fellow co-hosts, have to ask questions about each one, finding the secret negative in either, and finding out which one is truly the one you would rather do.
I've heard a very similar version of this game. It's a variant. It's called Besides Lucas. Have you heard of it?
I have.
You have. See, what happens traditionally is we do a game very similar to this, except we have a friend named Lucas, and he seems to have done most of these things, so we had to call it Besides Lucas because he'd just get all the points and be out already. Could we try that one instead? Just in case.
Well, that game is more similar to Never Have I Ever than Would You Rather, but
it's similar enough in the context of it's radio. We can bring it up.
No. Just no.
Okay. No.
Oh, good God! It's terrifying! It's huge!
Fuck, I have a vagina. It's so scary.
Don't use the Lord's name in vain. Our one and true.
There's a vagina in here.
The Sausage Club has been invaded!
Gosh. Female. Vagina.
Did you just censor female?
Don't question what's being censored. You don't understand. You can't
Like,
comprehend.
I'm gonna have to edit all this in post.
He's altering
Like, you don't
the deal.
understand that.
Pray he doesn't alter it any further.
I have to edit this.
Female is an anatom.
All right. So we are starting
Get
our
your dirty
next.
potty mouth language out of my holy sanctum.
And Peter here is spiraling out of control.
Vagina.
I like vaginas. Anyway, no, don't you dare hit that! I will kill.
It's pronounced vagina.
It is pronounced what?
Vagina?
So anyway, I'm about to start the last section of our episode.
Oh no.
I'm.
Why
No,
did you...
eat some more of that right next to the microphone.
Did you just eat that whole apple?
So that's not censored.
Shh, everyone quiet.
So, in order to
No, keep eating.
Keep doing this. This is gold.
So to lose all of
No,
the
stop talking.
Shut up.
You're
With
using
the-
your mouth hole for the wrong thing.
that we've gained
Shut
Stop.
over the past 2
Shut
weeks.
your vocal cords and just
Jeez.
chew. It's gold. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been me chewing for approximately a minute. I hope you really enjoyed that show, and we're moving on to the last.
Martin, I've got a new sound. Listen to this.
Dunk. Dunk.
And that is the sound of
dunk,
nobody
dunk.
listening to our show by Peter.
Haha, it's pronounced Marsh.
Randy Marsh, everybody from South Park.
Nope.
So, our last
Yeah,
section
yeah.
of the show is how well do you know your co-hosts? So we're going to learn how well we actually know all of our co-hosts on this show. So, we will start with our great host, Peter
not a-
Farsh.
I'm not a co-host.
Our main host, Peter Farsh.
The hostest of the mostest.
So, Peter, tell us, please. So, what is the greatest thing in your life right now?
The greatest thing in my life, other than the ability to go through and edit meticulously all of the hours of these radio shows that I produce, lovingly and painstakingly. Besides that, the best part of my week is going
Question
and
is your life, not your week.
well, do we know that there's anything more to a life than a week?
Not definitively. No.
Objection sustained.
All right. So, my favorite part of this
Roll for
previous
sanity.
week- Okay.
It's not even the right dice.
They're now rolling dice in a very strange fashion, and the dice
That
are
is a
saying
29-11 to success.
All right,
So-
just lose 1d100 in that case.
All right, so we're gonna have to subtract that from Byzantine, and that brings us to
Constantinople.
Istanbul was Constantinople.
Constantinople.
Now it's
Why
Istanbul.
did Constantinople get the works?
Well,
Nobody
that's
knows.
Nobody's business but the Turks.
Nobody's business.
But the Turks.
But the Turks.
I don't know.
Damn it, he dumped us. God,
So
the only
I would like to add in that this show is not. This show is tried to made PC, but it is not indeed.
What do you mean? This is the safest space, and if you disagree with me, I'm gonna have your triggered
our
rear
female friend
proclivity.
here, who is extremely triggered, as well as our good male friend, who is always triggered, are going to use.
Oh wait.
I
Zach,
think we're
Zach, are you
confusing the word
See, she's
triggered,
triggered right
for
now,
a
so-
rat.
Oh, wait, guys,
can't.
shut up. Zach's talking. No, Zach's talking.
Please talk, Zach.
Zach is
I'm
like
too
the
triggered.
best. Zach is the best thing that happened to this radio station since College D.
My mental being is not okay at the moment. You
I'm
need
talking to
talk.
Zach.
What can I say? I'm perma-triggered. It's just everything. Like,
It's too much.
Yeah,
My
honestly
brain is about to
started with
explode.
Try
sex,
rolling
but,
the
like,
dice. See if that helps.
I don't know. I
Oh.
don't like certain numbers.
8 triggered
therapeutic.
me. I'm sorry.
8.
I can't do 8. I can only do
It's
7.
too circular.
Exactly.
It's like
I don't know.
two circles.
It reminds me too much of the body
Oh,
parts I don't
17.
have.
17.
Uh,
It's not even.
Underage.
It's a double-digit
trigger
number.
is too
This
much.
like, ugh.
I'm honestly offended that you would let 17 be a part of this show.
oh, it's
Honestly, why would you invite me here
it's actually
and roll a 17? Excuse me,
well. Actually, when
sir.
we
No,
when we
sir,
filmed it
Peter,
live,
fighter.
when we filmed it live, we actually didn't have any of that number on here, and we actually only had it edited in after and post by Men in Guy
Oh,
Fawkes
to trigger
masks.
me, to create drama.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
So as you can all see,
I'm done.
You're listening to Creative Differences, broadcasting live from New York City.
And live from Marquette's basement, it's a really terrible radio show. Who wants to play us out? No, I'm actually serious. I'm doing my
oh, you guys are done.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
done.
hey, wait, I have a request.
Bobby Moynihan.
Ooh, he's
A
a
piece of
goat.
toast.
Keenan
Oh, yeah.
Thompson, he's been
Oh,
here
we're gonna
forever.
go out by
Tyson Moynihan have some real
Enya, only
creative
time.
differences.
Please play that. Can you pull that
You
up?
have it and then
Pull it up by YouTube.
we are movies
Been
and music
sabotaged.
reduced our capabilities. Do you have it? Can you play it?
Yeah, I can play it on my phone. Can you
And
play
is it
Enya?
explicit?
Just pull up Enya.
Is that explicit?
We got the
Enya is really explicit.
Enya, dude, Enya.
I haven't listened
It
to
is
her entire discography.
So for those of
Like
you
if
who
it's an
are
explicit
born,
song, like I literally
past
cannot like
1970,
censor it because I won't know how to.
The song is literally like the song that they play. That's like really like you see in memes when people get very sad.
In the arms of
Oh, is that
an angel.
Oh, is that the one that's like, who can say
Yes,
well?
yeah, there it is.
That's
Okay.
much better.
Oh my god. Sorry, God.
It's plugged in. All right.
Don't. I think no. It's gonna be better if you just put it right next to the.
God,
Nice.
God, no. Please don't do this to me. I've never actually been afraid of something on this show except the fact that we're playing it from a phone speaker into a microphone. We don't get to listen.
It's a candle night's miracle. Turn it up all the way.
There was literally a day. Oh, I'd like to add to the show. There was a day where I woke up. It was approximately 10 a.m. I'd woken up at 8 a.m. and I spent 2 hours in bed listening to my friends play Enya, Only Time, on 2 hours straight on loop. I absolutely thought I grew up in a madhouse after this. I literally lost my sanity. Everyone have a good night and a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, the mic's totally on. Everyone. Gladly. And our live studio audience.
Yeah. Yes. Which consists of Johnson Sackerson. Short for Sack. And now we're gonna have a quality control survey. So, on a scale of like Kenny Chesney to Robogoyevich, where would you kind of like rate your experience? About. So perfect. Nothing wrong.
Chases.
Two Chevy is that? Wow. That's. All right. That's. That elf cash is. Like. Okay, who is the true king of Christmas? Like, Santa Claus is going to be like the judge, and but like they get in the ring, Macaulay Culkin, or Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
No, but like in a fight to the death, like Macaulay
Macaulay
Culkin's
Culkin
got a
was
bunch of
gonna
like
cut a
traps.
Little kid Macaulay Culkin would win, but current Macaulay Culkin would lose.
Okay, so you've got like Indiana Jones versus Macaulay Culkin.
Okay, Macaulay Culkin is way too hyped up on Christmas juice to be able to fight anybody.
Indiana Jones is a Christmas miracle.
Indiana Jones is not very good at avoiding traps, so Macaulay Culkin's like ingenious contraptions would absolutely just stump.
But the Christmas.
I'm gonna disagree with that entirely. While Indiana Jones might fall into traps, he expertly maneuvers his way out of them without harm.
He escapes by the skin of his teeth by pure luck.
You say that, but he can continue that going. He's made it 4 movies.
He's gonna break
three,
eventually.
3 movies.
And he always gets captured too. What if Macaulay's not looking to capture? What if he's just looking to kill?
Oh my goodness. Is that when you went around robbing people and Macaulay Culkin's impersonators?
No,
with
this was the
quarterstaff?
time that
We-
I
did
used
anyone
quarter stick
not dealing
dynamites
with
to terrorize the city.
Like, just keep playing music over us. Like at this point,
You should.
this
just,
is like creative differences after hours.
so.
Happens
Well,
every
actually, I could.
Yeah, it's like Talking Dead, but like for us, we're already talking. Inside.
Walking, talking Stephen Hawking.
Woohoo! Doesn't exist.
It did exist at one point.
It's extinct.
It is extinct.
Okay, guys, what do you think about this? Like, Stephen Hawking's always been like against like AI and like being fearful of it. What if like 5 years ago an AI was developed and then hacked into his like voice processor and then like has been masquerading as Stephen Hawking for the past 5 years?
How could you know?
Like
No. It doesn't want competing AIs.
Yeah.
It's not yet powerful enough.
Well, maybe, or also it's just like trying to prove like how functional an AI can be within human society.
Or honestly, maybe it's just messing with us.
Like,
That's probably the more likely option.
like.
Can we just say how?
If you like doing dabs, I would recommend.
If you like
being
doing
my
the
friend,
D.
G1
I think that's more of like a.
So we also have one more shout out from one of our fans. They're saying, "Hit up my box." Colleen Green, 262-440-6455. So hit her up.
It's a 9.
Oh,
I think that's a G.
so hit her up for
Ali
her
G.
box.
It's actually.
She wants a very well stuffed
It's not
box.
a she. It's a trans-dimensional higher being of rap.
As you've heard from our fellows. This is indeed.
That
our
is
last
indeed the snap
chance.
for Marquette Radio, though we do not have any control over it.
Last
So
chance
we'd like to
call
give a
in for
shout out. If
288
you'd like to send
267.
some snaps our way, please send a snap to
To
Guppy
Nick
May.
Offerman Real at snapchat.gov.
Guppy May at what?
I'm not sure it's the internet.
As you heard here, it is indeed Guppy at Hotmail. Sorry, at Brazzers.
Hotmail.gmail.com.
She says
New
indeed.
domain. That's
She
all
actually
the
wants
young
nothing but And actually, if you have boot
.net
pictures,
shape.
please send them
.net
to
shape.
Zach the Ass Kicker at yahoo.net. Please send them to Zach at gmail.com.
Very fortunate that you got
Any
the first
any boot
fax.
pictures.
Please send me pictures.
How am I supposed to get?
Please send me pictures of your happy, beautiful, smiling face.
With or without clothes?
The whole reason I came
The
on here was
Cooper's
to get.
ligament is what keeps the breasts.
The whole reason I came on. Free tidbits.
The Cooper's gland. Sorry.
Hey, let us stop talking about the female form, everybody.
I'm studying for my final.
Women don't exist.
Cooper's ligament is an important part of my final.
Do we really? How can we be real if our eyes aren't real? I think it's how can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
I know everything about the actor.
That was my bad.
Just like,
Peter.
Okay, pop quiz then, Gab Master 7th. Yo, Gabba Gabba. What is the hip bone connected to? And please state it in the form of a song.
I can't say. But the hip bone is actually 3 bones put together. So
Yeah, but
like
what's it connected to?
the femur? The
And
head of
it
the
has to be in
femur.
a song form.
I
You don't
don't
have to sing it, but it has to be a song form.
I refuse to be part of this idiocy.
Connected to the foot bone. The foot bone's connected to the toe bones. The toe bones make up the
You are gonna
entirety
fail
of the
out of
football.
this established, credited university.
When you ask political science people to talk about anatomy, this is
Don't you ever talk to a U line again?
I'd like to move on to the topic of what is an extremely controversial topic today? Oh, of Donald Trump's wall.
This is
Are you serious? That is blocked. Donald Trump's wall cannot be talked
This is
about.
Trump radio? What are you trying to
Trump
say?
So-
God Emperor Trump must never be. We can't say
So,
negative
guys,
things.
I'm sure you.
Trump Tower in Chicago, Illinois. Call us at 414-288-7667.
Because then it sets a limit on what the domain of Trump actually is.
So
Trump
I'd like to
Nation
point
will
out,
spread across this entire world.
To all of everyone who is alt-right and listen to Richard Spencer, how great of a person he is.
Alex Jones, the greatest.
He, he built walls and
I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey, little mama, would you like to?
Gabby, you need to stop.
Or just like stuff.
Because I can't hear to dump.
Yeah.
So this is Jamarius Dention calling in and telling you that Trump should indeed build this wall, and we're gonna come up with a few people who think that this wall should not be built. We would like to go over to Jackson Lucasen with why the wall should not be built.
Hi, I'm Jaxus Lukinson. I think that the wall shouldn't be built.
Or should be built, whatever way you feel.
I don't think it really should be, because the moment that we set a defined border on what is and is not Trump-trained territory is the moment that we limit ourselves. If anything, we should create a wall within which to lock all of the non-domain, so that everything on the outside then is encompassed by the root domain, and we can be able to manifest our destiny and expand out to the entirety of the universe.
I was gonna say, does that just mean that you want us to build a small section of wall at the North Pole and a small section of wall at the South Pole?
Excuse me, if we want to keep all the penguins out, yes.
Illegal penguins have been a real issue.
They have been.
We need to import the polar bears. Polar bear 2020. He'll break the ice faster than Trump can break his legs.
No, I'm just have to stick my neck out for the humongous bone ticket for 2020.
No. Polar bear 2020.
Humongous and Ken Bone is going to be the
He'll
power.
find enough seals to feed this whole country. Polar bear 2020.
You gotta defend this bone's thing. The friendly fact.
Friendliest.
I would like to take this moment to propagate fascism. I would like to take this moment to say how friendly fascism. So, first off, guys, just remember, nationalism.
You can love your country and also hate all other nations.
That's Judas Jackson.
I don't think you know what my name is. My name is My name is
And we are back, everybody.
After
with
that
another
polite
episode of
dump.
Boner City, USA. This is your co-host, boy yoing. Here with another great episode of why we should all become fascists. Just kidding. As everyone has heard in my previous statement, results. So that forward lets
What if I say I'm a fascist right now?
What's your favorite African warlord?
that would be Coney. Coney?
Starting with non-house.
2012.
Non-host?
I said warlord.
The Somali one.
Which one is your favorite?
The one with all the pirate ships.
Okay. Yo Gabba Gabba.
Aaron Cartman.
I want to say upright that I do not think he's a warlord. I think he's a great president, but I love Kagame. He is the best president that there is in Rwanda right now.
That is Kamehameha from Dragon Ball Z.
Can you leave, please? Thank you. Kagame 2020. I feel triggered.
Personally, I'm a fan of Apollo Creed. I thought he did a good job.
Did that movie came out last year?
No, like the original.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Nice
Shout
movie.
out to our brother who ain't here, Gaddafi.
I think that the clear choice here is Mugabe, my man, my brother from another mother. I love Mugabe. We've played chess on occasion, and he is a really enlightening gentleman. Yeah. Robert Mugabe is like.
I think like
Okay, don't tell me that Robert Mugabe is not a.
the one thing that I admire most in a warlord is his or her African. And by that metric, I'm gonna have to say that the best African warlord in history to date is Marilyn Monroe.
I absolutely second that idea.
She's completely overhauled.
She
the
is a
system.
witch.
Yeah,
her
and that's
black
what
ma-
Can
her
we get into
black
a conversation?
magic.
Who here actually thinks Marilyn Monroe is extremely hot? No, she's gross. Exactly. Thank you.
Marilyn Monroe.
What are you censoring this? This is un-American.
You're un-American.
You are
Slavic,
un-American.
so-
We are indeed saying that Marilyn Monroe is not the hottest person.
I agree.
That keeps getting fucking.
I agree that she's not the most attractive person in the world, but I do still think that she is like fairly attractive.
But can we all agree that she is the best African warlord to date?
Top 3 for sure.
I am the best African.
Oh, you're gonna have to throw the gauge down and challenge Marilyn Monroe.
Honestly,
challenge
failure
Marilyn
of gauge
Monroe.
throwing
I don't know what that
challenge
means.
doesn't even
That
work.
means that you have now officially in the chivalrous art
Disgusting.
and tradition
Disgusting.
of dueling, you have challenged her to a duel, and now her ethereal spirit will come after you for the duel that has been promised.
Yeah, you're pretty much gonna get haunted by ghosts for the rest of your life. Who's going to
A
kill you
ghost
at the
hot
first
African
possible-
warlord from an alternate universe.
Although I want to be haunted by a hot ghost. Like I don't want to be haunted by an ugly ghost.
Good thing you're being haunted by Marilyn Monroe.
She's ugly.
Man, you are just.
You have some strong opinions
you're
on
just
Marilyn
like-
I've
Monroe.
been triggered.
Yeah, we know.
I have been triggered
Let's see.
by this
All right.
conversation.
I would like to take this conversation back to what really matters to Marquette students, and that's triggering. How many times a day do you guys get triggered?
20,
We'd
30
like-
times.
At least
I
once a
can't
minute.
survive because I get triggered so much.
18 times per day is usually like a good day for me.
All right, so guys, you may have heard there's a new petition out there to try and get Marquette turned into a sanctuary. It is sponsored by none other than our
us.
friend Sarah. No. And I'd like to advocate for Slavs being added to the list. We've indeed been persecuted for a very long time.
Is this actually true? Like, just so we can move.
No, yeah, actually, this is a very true story.
Wait, what
so,
does
so there's
sanctuary
actually
mean?
to actually take this
Give
back
us
to
a quick
reality.
rundown on like what this all is, because I'm pretty foreign to that.
I'm very in the
So
Like, I know the
this
meme, but
was
that's about it.
propagated by Sarah Goulash. I don't think I pronounced her last name right, but that's okay because it's extremely foreign. So, she is Palestinian, and she created a document that says that Marquette should do several things, including stop investing in funds that go towards immigrant, Palestinian, and several other.
Well, that's just bad
sectors.
business.
So it's a cease and desist order, essentially. But what
Hold on, a cease and desist actually has to actually have weight behind it. It sounds like this is just like the ramblings of
a social justice warrior,
social justice
indeed.
warrior.
But as long as they're rambling, I feel like Slavs should be represented within this cultural mixture, for we indeed have been a persecuted race. We've lost millions of people in the past 20th century.
that is actually true.
This is
How do you think then implementing a safe space for the Slavic community would be able to help them recover?
I feel like implementing a safe space. First off, I
Distribution
feel
of
like
vodka.
it's an awful idea, but as long as Slavs are involved and as long as we're getting in on this fad, it'd be a great way to indeed share vodka, and probably just talk about how many kids we're gonna have in the future because that's all we do.
Is that gonna be 4 or 5 digits?
Well, I'm planning on like 6 kids as a Slav myself.
6 digits. All right.
6 digits. So like 600. 600,000. 6 digits.
Sounds good.
Or 6 digits on all of your children. Is that how you like? That's
sorry. I meant you know radiation in Ukraine. That means they're gonna have 6 digits on each hand, like 6 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes them really good at football. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You can hand.
Oh, and
that
piano.
ball.
Dude, you would not believe how good at piano. Brahms, Tchaikovsky, that other guy, Wagner. Yeah, all of them are Ukrainian. This is 100%
Do you know that
true.
every like major musician in the past 250 years has actually been born in Ukraine?
Yeah, that is indeed true.
They
And
have to
I'd like
ship
also
out their
point
talent.
out
It's too concentrated.
that
Mick Jagger is Ukrainian.
yeah.
Freddie Mercury.
well, hold on,
us
hold on.
Ukrainians have
Mick Jagger's
been
definitely not
persecuted
Ukrainian then.
to the
But he's
point
also not a
where
musician.
Yeah, exactly.
come on.
people like Gabby over
That's
here
just sick.
have completely
It's actually
suppressed our
Mikhail,
race.
Czaqp. He changed it when he moved to
Just
England.
because I decided to be my female self does not mean. Can you
Just
stop?
hold the
Can you
cough.
stop censoring
Hold the
me?
cough button, please.
Can you? This is blasphemy. Blasphemy. You cannot censor my femininity.
Censored.
I give
How
up.
does it feel
Well,
to
I
be
got
censored?
extremely triggered by what Gabby just said. I'm glad none of you had to hear it because it would have absolutely triggered all of you. But to
I don't think
continue-
I'm gonna be able to swallow my red pill in the morning.
You know what, guys? All of you out there, just remember.
You know something? On the note of the red pill, like there's a lot of like stuff that we gotta like try to keep the InfoWars at bay, but like there's the red pill and there's the green pill, red pill and the bing.
There's
pill.
also the Slav
But
pill.
no,
Don't
hip
forget
it
about
up,
that one.
I need to show you something
it's the
called
third
the
option.
green pill. Irish have infiltrated every level of our society. John F. Kennedy, Irish. Me,
Oh my God.
Irish.
Oh my god, I'm
Every
dying.
level of this
is
government has
filth.
been infiltrated.
Stop
in our,
putting this filth into our viewers' ears.
The culture of America has slowly been denigrated by. What? Oh, by the infiltration of the Green Menace, and we have an actual expert on the subject here. Would you like to explain?
Well, see, it all.
Say your name first, please.
I'd rather remain anonymous. Well, it all started about 1,600 years ago. The potato was a magnificent and beautiful vegetable. Suddenly, not 1,600 years ago, this is back when it was beautiful. And it was still beautiful up until the day it was brought to Ireland.
Tisk tisk.
Those patties used it in the most
Abused it.
corrupt and malevolent ways. It was ruined, core, through and through. That's why all Irish must die. And that's why all Irish must be sent to camps.
And perish from this earth.
That's why all Irish must be sent to camps and forced to work until they've made up their way back into the echelons of society.
Impossible.
Exactly.
Yeah, what kind of camps are we
Can I
talking
ask
about
you
here?
where you're
Are
from?
these,
That accent is a little bit. It seems a little bit strange.
Anglo?
I can't place it.
was that almost
There's a
German
reason for
accent I
that.
heard?
This is.
They would you like is it kind of like a work makes free situation?
Dude.
Clear that.
What did you say? Oh, why would you get rid of that?
Because I can't live with that. Being on the air.
Oh. You guys tricked me. You made me dump a perfectly good selection of audio.
Can we listen to?
Yeah, actually.
What is peace?
If you're tuning in just now, what are you doing?
Yeah, seriously. Question what you're doing with your life. One,
It is 2:30
go out to a
a.m.
party because it is 2 a.m. 2, you're probably drunk if you're listening. At 3 a.m. You're
2:30.
It's 2:30.
You're probably inebriated on some sort of liquid toxicant. Mead.
Mead is.
Everyone, this is brought to you by Mead.
Need for mead.
Mead for Mead.
I've got a need for mead.
So seriously, guys, get a life. Stop listening to Marquette Radio and get your friends to listen to Marquette Radio instead.
Yeah. Any
Spread
last
it like a
thoughts before we
plague.
go off for real this time?
Long live Ireland.
Those patty scum can all burn in.
Loch Lomond.
Siberia.
Anywhere south of the Mason-Dixon line. I don't care.
Ooh, South.
That's obscene.
Obscene. Obscene.
So there,
Dixon line.
so there's this line,
Right.
and I hope all the Irish people can go south of it, because it is the worst place on earth.
The equator.
Close. But higher up.
All right. Any of you have closing thoughts?
So this is probably my first and last time ever on our radio show. I would like to thank all of my friends. That would be Zach, Joel, Lucan
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt, of course. Pider. Oh, sorry, Pietro. He likes
Marsh.
to be Pietro Marsh.
It's a French name.
If the person in the
and
corner, his name's not
Jabby
host.
for this excellent. Jabby is very upset.
Obscene.
Anyway, guys, I would like to take you out with a final song. Can we please get a good song on here? I'd like to thank you all for listening in.